Free Malik neighbors. Hey, we are the Black Sensei Society. We are here back again for Open Dojo episode 7. 7 of them things. Perfect. The number one anime entertainment show in the entire platform of YouTube. We are here. I am joined with Riddell, with Miles, just two generals on the Black Sensei Society. How you guys doing, fellas?
Hey man, I'm bombing. NFL draft is on. I was streaming an hour earlier at 8 on our playback. Make sure you guys go check out our playback. Go follow over there. That's where we'll be watching some sports game. And so far, the NFL draft's been pretty interesting. And the New York Giants have the best defensive line in football now. So, well, here.
How about you, Miles? How you been?
I'm hanging on by the thinnest of strings. Normally, I at least find time to game, but work has been kicking my fucking ass. This has been a very, very rough week for me. But some Heat drop that I need to play. Oblivion Remaster came out. Clear Out Expedition 33. I played about 15 minutes of it. That's all I could fit in before work this morning. Bro, these games are incredible. Go ahead, Sense. I'll see you got something to say. Go ahead.
No, because I my timeline has been filled with Claire, and watching this in 4K, I'm like, how are we doing this at this point?
I got this old head at my job who's like a notorious hater of like modern games, and I was like, yo, I got this RPG I want to show you. I showed him today, and he was like, oh, it's probably trash. I don't even want to see it. And I showed him the launch trailer, and bro just jaw dropped, no hate. He was like, okay, y'all got one. I think this is the best RPG in the last 20 years.
Wait, what's the game called?
It's called Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
Where can I play it if I wanted to?
Xbox. I'm pretty sure it's on Game Pass. If it's not, it comes with a cheap price tag of $45, which is kind of rare.
Age too, that's cheap.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. Very good graphics, very good performance. It shakes up the traditional RPG playstyle by adding quick time events to boost your damage and everything. And story, my God, the story is great. Great story, great music. They're hitting on everything. Everything.
Hold on. Before we continue, we got a $2 super chat.
Everybody's saying that.
Shador will be a Steeler.
I don't want that to happen, bro.
You guys are gurus. So, like, before we get into it, why is his stock dropped so low? I've heard it's because of some entitlement issues, things like that. But is there anything play related? Why is he dropped like this?
I personally wasn't that high on him, but a lot of it. Well, he'll be back. He just used his teleportation jutsu right there. But I wasn't really high on him, but I think the reason he's dropped, I think, is a lot of public perception. There's been a lot of anonymous source reporting that it's the worst interview that they've had in like a professional setting, entitlement attitude, son of Deion Sanders, a lot of narrative based. His play, I think it's solid. Will it translate? I'm not sure. I'm not that confident on him. That's why I'm not high on him, but I think he's dropped because of a lot of the narrative.
It's a combination of definitely the narrative. He's not a great teammate. People are bringing that around. Someone brought up the fact that his teammates didn't show up to his birthday party or something like that. But yeah, they just don't think he's a professional, or at the very least, they think there's a lot of baggage that comes with him, especially with Dion on his shoulder. Sure. But I do think a large part of it is because the NFL looks for traits, kind of similar to the NBA, especially in this new NBA. They look for people who can shoot, space the floor. The NFL, for a quarterback, they look for people who can move well, have a decent amount of athleticism outside the pocket, and have a strong arm. Shador is very accurate. He does not have a strong arm, and he's not that athletic out of the pocket.
That's right.
So that's another big part of why his stock is dropping so much, because that's what NFL teams are now looking for. That's why someone like Jackson Dart, who I think is pretty mid, is rising on draft boards because he has a strong arm. and he can move pretty well outside the pocket. Exactly.
Trait galore.
Traits on traits, man.
But yeah, we are here today. We're gonna do two different things today. We're gonna do a best sword king of the hill, and also we are going to be making a list of the best anime swordsmen and swordswomen. You know, we're all inclusive here. But yeah. So, Miles, are you logged into the BSS as well? Can you drop the link, or Riddell? Can you do it too?
I got you.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be dropping the link. You guys are more than welcome to join up, so we can talk all about this. Also, I do want to say, One Piece is great, bro.
Where you at?
I just saw the Broadway special of Big Mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're on whole cake.
Yeah. It that
Oh, the Bears got Colston Loveland.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna. This is gonna happen a lot with Riddell. Just he's a big football head, so he got. You can see that he's very passionate about the draft.
NFL draft. It's way more entertaining than the NBA draft. I'm not gonna lie. After the first round, the NBA draft does not matter.
You are not lying. But yeah, the big Broadway
Afternoon,
special.
fellas. Afternoon.
Oh, what's up, Kent?
Nothing much, nothing much. And I will say to that, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Santos, so I apologize. But Radil, I will say in the next upcoming years, the second round of the NBA draft is going to mean a lot more given the play and the style and all the talent that's coming into the league. But I do hear you out though.
Well, I hope so at the very least.
I mean, because if you take a look at the second round draft picks now they're not on a lot of guys' radars, but when you keep seeing an increase of second round draft picks, like, and I know I know I'm an older guy, so it dates back further for me. But when you see the likes of guys like Manu Ginobili coming out in the second round, you see guys like look at who a lot of people say is the best player in the league now, and Jokic coming out in the second round, and you see a lot of the guys now that are on teams where the second round draft picks they're not the superstars, of course, but they're contributing right away more so than even some of the lottery picks. The second round draft picks in the NBA are going to start being a lot more important. And then when you start looking at like the bird rights and you start looking at the CBA, a lot of these second round draft picks is where a lot of these teams are going to start building, not necessarily dynasties, but this is where they're going to start building a lot of their championship teams from, based off of how they draft guys in the second round. So that's all I'm saying. It will become important though in the next few years, in my opinion.
I'm not mad at what you're saying, especially with like how the current kind of situation on how the cap now works and teams trying to prevent themselves from going in the second apron and stuff like that. They will try to find a lot of value in like second round picks for sure. How much that value will be meaningful, I don't know. We'll see, but it definitely will mean more moving forward.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the fence with it. I think bad organizations are going to always be bad organizations. And if we don't see any organizations making moves now, they're just probably not going to make moves later. But those teams who have been shown to be able to acquire and nurture talent will probably, benefit as usual. I think the only notable like second round draft picks is like what you say Jokic, right? Draymond Green, I believe. Jalen Brunson was a second round pick. Herb Jones. But outside of that, there hasn't really been too many who I've said have been like very, very impactful. But those specific teams seem to be getting them more frequently than others. So maybe for the top end teams, sure, but overall league wide, I don't think second round drafts are
going to matter. Definitely hit or miss. But I will say though, the Bears getting Colson Loveland is very surprising because they have Cole Kmet on their team. All I know is this. I'm very clear with this. Caleb Williams has no excuse. None. Zero. Zilch. He has no excuse. He got Cole Kmet, Colson Loveland. He has Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. They're going to draft a running back too. They got like 3 offensive linemen in the free agency. They got Ben Johnson, one of the best offensive coordinators. He has no excuse, none at all.
But I think saying that though, Riddell, is almost along the lines of saying like, even if you had great coaching and great drafting, I think he has the third most perfect excuse, and is he plays for the Bears.
No, I'm
Like,
not trying to hear that.
he plays for the Bears. Like, I mean, I get it how everybody looks at it, but it's just certain teams. It just seems no matter what happens, it's like somehow, some way, you guys are gonna mess this up. And I'm sorry to say it, but the Bears, they're just one of those teams.
I'm not trying to hear that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just not.
But
I
yeah,
can't buy it.
we definitely got a lot going on. We got the NFL draft. We got things in the social aspect. We got Shannon Sharp with his whole situation, bro. It's tough out there. People just stop doing weird stuff, man. Just literally, you might not cost yourself 100 million. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
But listen, man, real quick, man. If it comes out that this situation was, 100% consensual, I feel like losing your shit is not valid, bro. Like, if my dirty laundry gets aired out against my volition, but everything is consensual, I understand how it looks to a corporation, but why am I being penalized here? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Because of how it looks to the corporation.
Listen, man, I didn't put it out there.
You got to do a better job, bro. You got.
I mean, I'll say this: you only could do some as good of a job. Hold on.
Oh, my girl Angie with the $5 super chat. Konnichiwa, senseis. How do y'all put a asterisk next to Naruto characters with Hashirama cells? That's like having Shinobi PEDs and Naruto is Barry Bonds. I'm not gonna lie, that's a great shout. Naruto Loki is Barry Bonds.
He didn't get Hashirama cells till after the war, though.
And he was already a dog.
Yeah,
that's Barry Bonds.
Wait. He's weaker now with the Hashirama cells than he was during the war.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know who deserves to be called Barry Bonds?
Even with that being said, I think it would still kind of make sense, because when you look at Barry with Pittsburgh, he was a better outfielder, and he didn't win as many gold gloves when he was with San Francisco. So I mean, you can kind of say that he was not the same player when he went to San Francisco. So I guess it kind of still lines up.
Well, you can just use it on Obito or Madara. Like, they would be a better litmus test.
Way better. Way better.
True, but I'm still with Angie. Naruto Barry Bonds is a very good comp.
Not too much.
Y'all nasty.
Let my boy rock, man. Shout out Naruto.
But yeah, man, there's so much stuff going on in the world, bro.
And the NBA playoffs is going on.
NBA playoffs. Hey, those Pistons look like they might take care of those Villanova boys over there.
That's cap. We're winning right now.
Y'all smoking crack.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Knicks are not.
You mother.
Yo.
Hey, do y'all hear me better now? Because I was fucking with my mic.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, you're good.
Man, you're good.
Okay, bad.
Yeah.
Mikal Williams to the 49ers. Okay.
We got that. Oh, I do want to take. I mean, I don't want to bring anything down, but prayers up to Gilbert Arenas and his family. That situation that hit my timeline, and I was like, man, I thought about my own kids and what I would be and how I would feel and whatnot. Just want to say prayers up to that family, man. Hope everything pulls through. Hope everything's okay, and hope for a speedy recovery, man.
For sure.
But yeah, free Malik Neighbors. Giants are trash. We got a lot of stuff in anime. This anime season is cooking. Um, Moonrise. Moonrise looks like it's going to be up there in anime of the year talks, in my opinion. What y'all think?
I'm sleep on it. It has Lonnie's endorsement, so I'm staying away from it for now. Uh,
The animation of it like is fantastic. Story's great. You could legit say how the people that worked for John Wick and Lazarus, I could say the same. It literally looks like they worked on this as well. Like that's how great the gunplay looks like. The fight sequences are great. The choreography is amazing. It Man, it looks like it's one of those ones. Riddell, have you seen it?
I only watched the first episode. I may watch the rest of it at some other time. I just didn't watch all 18. But I think it's good as well. I mean, it just reinforces the idea that this is the second best anime season of all time after Fall 2006.
I mean, it's that's slowly that and that's slowly becoming truth. I mean, follow six still. Wait, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Angie doesn't want me to talk. A $2 super chat. Shinobi, Bulgogi, Boogie Woogie, Hashu. 5. I could barely get through that.
Man, Hashirama in 4 actually. Let's be real.
But yeah, so what we're going to do, since we got who we got Kent, we got Kobe, and we got Leon. Has Leon said anything yet?
Yo, can y'all hear me? Is my mic working?
yeah.
Yeah, your mic's good. How are you, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Cooling.
All right,
Nice to
so
be back up here.
we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join all of our socials. We got great things coming on, and honestly, I want to rush the gun a little bit because we actually created a Patreon, and we're going to be doing a lot of exclusive content there. I'm already in conversations of doing a new series called Let's Talk About It, where we're gonna talk about different topics that maybe are not fit for YouTube, where we can speak freely regarding culture, regarding relationships, different things, anime culture, and even if we want to push it there, even goon culture in anime, and how important is it to the success of anime.
Get me on that episode. We done with Goonin. We finished.
I'm with you.
Definitely, and I like. Wait, hold on. We got our boy Kai here. Kai, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How's everyone?
Living life, bro. Life
Big
is good.
W. And another thing, not only that, I'm gonna throw it out there too, Miles. On our Game of Thrones reactions, we could just record the reaction and just throw it on Patreon while we watch it.
Word.
I've been.
I'm most definitely
Can
hyped
we?
for that.
Yes, and I've been saying that when the
wow.
red wedding happens, I want to be there.
Oh yeah,
I
we're putting
gotta
that
see
on YouTube. We're putting that on
Put it
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to actually start off with the King of the Hill. I've got some Swords King of the Hill. Let's see who comes out on top. But before we do that, I have a little special announcement. Because this part of the show is sponsored by Hightower. Now, are you guys ready for something wild, something magical, something powerful? Well, here at the BSS, we would like to introduce you to Hightower, a bold new action-packed story set in fictional world inspired by the brutal history of slavery in America. But it has a twist. Imagine a dystopian future where an oppressive government that started during slavery still controls the world. But now new heroes are rising up and finally fighting back. This story is jam packed with magic, rebellion, spirituality, epic battles of freedom alongside a very powerful question. What is the true cost of freedom? If this sounds interesting to you, which I'm not going to lie, it does to me, mark your calendars because the first chapter drops on May 3rd. It's next week. So go to htnation.com to read this amazing story and begin your journey with Hightower. You can also follow them on X or Twitter, however you want to call it, at the high_tower. On behalf of BSS, we just want to thank you guys for sponsoring this part of the podcast. And now, back to the show. So yeah, shout out to Hightower and HT Nation. Great art, great story. Y'all go check it out, man. Y'all go check it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So while I pull up this, what we are going to do, let me present the screen. Screen share, okay. So we are going to do a King of the Hill. Best Sword Edition. Let me share this right quick. Let me know when you guys can see it. Add to stage.
Yep.
All right, can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, I
Good to
can
go.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
we good.
All right. So we're going to start off with either version of the sword because it's kind of the same. The Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII or Crisis Core or the Final Fantasy VII lore. The Buster Sword. Okay, do you guys know this sword?
I do.
I don't.
I do, but I don't have too much experience.
Miles, can you break down this sword quick?
It's basically kind of like an inherited will style thing. It's a sword that's been passed down throughout generations in the Final Fantasy VII universe. Cloud being the most recent user of it. Its main characteristics being its very, very large, broad hilt, and then a singular style blade on the other end. However, in recent iterations, Cloud has actually been able to modify it, which is able to turn it into different swords. It basically comes apart. Think of it like trying to think of a good word. It's almost like a Lego toy where you can like crack it, it'll split, and you can pull different swords out of it. It allows Cloud to dual wield. Some swords use magic. Some swords, allow them to move faster, but they're all still the Buster Sword. That's the best way I can kind of describe it.
And the only reason I had you do that because I want you to talk about something of Cloud in a positive light.
Oh, you're
but yeah, it's a very customizable sword. You can input materia onto it so it can give your character power-ups as well. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with the Buster Sword, and it's going up against the Dragon Slayer from Berserk. Heavy broadsword, can cut through humans fairly easy. It can slay demons with no hesitation. What you guys think? Buster Sword versus the Dragon Slayer.
I'm going Buster.
I'm going Buster.
Yeah, I'm going Buster too.
I think I'll go Buster as well.
I haven't played Final Fantasy, so I don't really have too much of a connection to the Buster Sword. But the Guts' sword is probably the go-to sword I think about in terms of big weapons, and it looks cooler.
No, it looks cool. No way.
Yeah, I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm going Dragon Slayer. Oh, his sword, Guts' sword. Yeah.
You guys think it looks cooler than a sword that can be customized?
Yeah, that doesn't play into how well it looks. It's just more versatile.
More
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's more.
Yeah, I'm talking about look.
but
I'm not talking about its versatility.
it could change its appearance. It'll look different.
I don't know what a different version
okay.
of it looks like. So I only can go based on what I know what it looks like.
Man.
And
Okay.
Cloud version compared to this version, give me Guts version.
Yeah, that's just Cloud's that's just plain old regular.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. First part of the game, it looks a little bit mad. By the end of the game, it's something completely different. So let's see. Okay, so I got Buster Sword. Riddell has Dragon Slayer. Miles, you have Buster as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, what do you got?
I'm going Dragon Slayer.
Okay, we are 2-2. Kobe.
I'm going Buster.
Okay, we got 3-2. Leon.
I'm going Buster.
Oh, we won.
All right, Buster Sword takes it.
Aha, Guts.
And Nameless is cooking in the chat.
They say, bro. They say, bro didn't do any justice. The joy.
Multi-dimensional swinging hunk of iron and kills corporal beings as well as gods. Yeah, respect the Dragon Slayer, man.
That's a lot. Guts is carrying, okay, not the sword itself, but all right. I'll
Can I ask a question? I got a question because I haven't read I haven't read Berserk. Isn't the sword power? Isn't it relied on how well Guts swings it? Like if someone else had that sword, it'll be useless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one else can really pick up the sword.
Damn,
besides Guts.
It's just a normal sword. It's just a very heavy sword, and it's a very heavy.
I'm pretty sure when it was introduced, the guy who made it said like no one else has wielded this sword for like a certain amount of time, or they could wield this sword until Guts picked it up and used it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we got a full house today.
We done with Berserk and weak ass swords, man.
Random.
With
random. Talk to this boy Miles. They're just fucking
bum ass sword.
I feel like Cloud with the Buster Sword didn't kill gods and corporeal beings.
Random.
Look. If we're just, I don't know the overall. What's the actual criteria for this? Is it what's better?
Whatever you want, brother.
In all areas, what's a better sword?
It's the Buster Sword by far.
Now, if you're talking better sword, even though this crazy part is literally Guts. Literally, in every big anime sword you've ever seen, it's because of Guts. He's the OG. He's the inspiration.
Y'all love these Michael Jordan, these fairy tale stories, man.
Chill out. We're not. This is not a basketball conversation.
Tell me why the sword is better. I don't want to hear about. It inspired a generation.
Okay, Miles,
why is it better, my nigga?
All right, you want to know why? Because through literal old-fashioned like the Dragon Slayer is so powerful because of how many demons it's killed. It's been coated in so much demon blood that it literally became like ethereal, like to be able to kill gods and stuff. Like that's why it's through straight up hard work. You don't need to.
My sword can do that too.
You got Cloud Sword got materia that changes his thing. Like that's why I'm looking at this
materia can do. That's an in-game thing. Cloud Sword in movies where he's not using materia and slotting it with anything. That nigga killed Shinryu, which is the god of all of the dragons. That nigga killed Sephiroth, which is the god of the planet. Like, what are we talking about?
Look, if we're talking about, obviously Cloud has way more what do you call it? Cloud has way more source material, even though I've heard even Final Fantasy fans say that the Cloud and how their power ranking works does fluctuate depending on who's adapting the damn thing. So I'm just like, look, I'm gonna take the Dragon Slayer because besides the fact that it literally inspired, it's the OG, it's inspired, it's sort of through hard work and legitimately how it became so powerful is so badass. Just from the moment he picked it up, he just murdered so many demons that it became a problem. That's why I like the Dragon Slayer just a little bit more. I'm not saying the Buster Sword is not cool, but I don't have to worry about different adaptations where depending on whoever's adapting the story, now they're going to power scale it to make it seem more than it is than it was in the game. All I'm just saying, I'm just working on what was shown in the main continuity. I understand that it killed Sephiroth, but the Buster Sword is iconic, my boy.
That's main content. Thank you. The Buster Sword is iconic. I appreciate
the
that.
Buster Sword is iconic, but the Dragon Slayer is too. If anything, the fact that it's able to even be in this conversation, despite the fact that it's legitimately almost 20 years older than the Buster Sword and still putting in work, should tell you something.
Buster Sword, greater feats, greater design, more versatile.
Okay, if you're going to use
greater
feats, greater design.
You can't use that though.
More versatile.
You can't use that though.
Why not?
If you're going to use, that's like saying, Dr. Stone and Dragon Ball Z. Well, Goku got better feats. Like, what the hell? There are two, besides the fact that they're two diametrically different stories.
He do.
Okay, but at no point, so we're penalizing the Berserk world because at no point,
random. That's called comparing and contrasting, brother.
That's not the same. That's not the same. Those are two different tests, bro. Two different tests.
Wasn't this the same sentiment as to why we were comparing and saying that Guts had to be stronger than Baki's father because of how he had to deal with his verse as he compared to dealing with his verse?
Oh, wow.
We on the same page. Talk to him. I
guess so.
We're random. Come back. Answer that question, my nigga.
I guess so. You got me cooked. I just came off work. I just wanted to defend the Dragon Slayer. So I was like, I just don't want it to be disrespected.
Yeah, sit your ass down. We already won, my nigga.
0-1. Okay, Buster Sword. Next up, Buster Sword versus Enma.
Shooter.
We done with Enma. Give me the Buster Sword, man.
Yeah, give me Buster Sword.
Enma
hasn't really done anything.
Is a criteria?
I got Buster Sword.
Whatever you want, Sauce.
Whatever you want. It's just King of the Hill. Whatever you want. I got Buster Sword too.
Nah, I ain't trying to go out of order.
Go, Cat.
All right, Ken, what you got?
I think. Oh man. Dang, I apologize. I don't mean to hold it up. It's just I'll go Buster Sword.
Ooh, 4. Okay, 4-0. What you got, Kobe?
I would say Emma, but I haven't read too deep in the story to really get too deep in Emma. So for right now, I'm gonna keep it, Buster.
That's 5. Leon, who you got, bro?
I got Buster.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right.
It don't matter.
Just for shits and giggles, who do the rest? Jaden, who do you have?
The Buster Sword.
You skip my guy Kai?
Is it a sweep? Who you got, Sauce?
No, Kai didn't go.
Oh, my bad. Man, my screen is tiny right now. Let me adjust that. Kai, who do you got?
Yeah, I've got Enma.
You gonna glaze? I already know. I know Kai like the back of this right here, man. I already know where he going with it, man.
See, you looking like the Buster Sword and it's cool, but you have to be built different to hold Enma. And like at first, Zoro was Zoro was struggling with it. His arm was shrinking and everything.
It was killing him.
But it's still that sword, like that on the rooftop. I don't want to spoil anything actually. Because it's Santo.
Go for it. I don't care about spoilers.
Okay. Yeah, Miles, as you know, that sword Kaido was shit scared of that sword. Big Mom had to tell him dodge. That sword is built different, and you just don't like.
He's scared of the sword. He's one. That's absolutely true. I'm not going to deny it. I'm always here to push the
silence. And you don't want to hear y'all talk no more with the $2 super chat. Dragon Slayer, Taxpayer, Fish Filleter, Buster in 4. Talk to him. Talk to him.
I think it just has easy comp right now.
And Kai, the only reason why Kaido was afraid of the sword is because Odin's presence is in the sword. It's not because of the sword itself. He saw Odin. He didn't see the sword. The niggas ain't thinking about Enma. And I don't know if you're watching right now, Kai. I wish that sword could slice through Lucci's leg. Lucci just got hockey. He chilling. And it's not doing shit to himself. We're not moved by this bullshit sword. We're not moved by the green hair moss head nigga. We done with Zoro. We done with Emma.
Jaden, who did you have? Just for giggles.
He said Buster Sword, I think.
Oh, he said Buster Sword. Okay, Sauce, who did you have?
Am I lagging?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I don't know too much about Final Fantasy, but I do know the Buster Sword is too iconic not to know it, to be honest. But I'm gonna pick Emma here though, okay, it don't matter. But I'm gonna pick Emma though, really because of what Miles said about it having Odin's spirit in it still. I like the fact that it's kind of like a sentient being. I also like the fact that you have to have some type of will to hold the sword.
She don't want you to talk right now, bro. Enma, Smegma, Buster, and
what even goes to 3? the damn wild card in baseball? Fuck. Shit.
You made me say Smegma on a show, bro.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, this is not a competition.
Yeah,
Emma doesn't really do nothing.
Yeah, it really don't do anything. It just
it's all hype
type shit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say it's all hype though. Not in the One Piece world, it's not.
Okay.
Hey,
so it's just a colorful sword. That's what we said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That can kill you if you grab it. Okay, I mean that's cool.
Colorful sword with no feet.
That's insane.
Dang.
As of right now, honestly, one of the
No
biggest things that
Kai, is scarring niggas a feat?
No, you see that massive horn on top of Onigashima? You cut it. I think that's pretty impressive.
You said who? He did who?
You see the massive statue on top of Onigashima?
We cutting statues as feet, not people.
Yeah, that's you can't kind of.
We done, bro.
Big low bar.
All right, massive L on Zoro. Moving on, Buster Sword versus the Master Sword from Link. I got Buster Sword. Link ain't really moving me. Fanny Pack Boy can take a seat.
You sad, Santo. I see exactly what you did, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The comp right now is not.
God damn,
God, Jesus, this competition's crazy.
The comp is not it at the moment.
Hey, the Master Sword is cool.
I've never heard anybody in my life brought up this Master Sword. Not in my life. I'm gonna go.
Hey man, on versus battles they had Cloud lose because of the Master Sword, so
that's why I put it here.
Yeah.
So we can set the record straight. Nobody even picking that Master Sword, bro.
Well, I got Buster Sword.
So wait, so this will be quick. Is this consensus?
Yes.
No,
I got it.
All right.
Let's move on.
Buster Sword versus Lost Vein from Meliodas.
It's still, oh man, it's still Buster Sword.
I think I'm going Meliodas on this one.
The thing is, Meliodas is sword.
Yeah, I'm going Meliodas.
If you use King's weapon, that would be comp. Meliodas' sword doesn't really matter because he uses so many different weapons. So it's like
he can use full counter with everything.
Yeah,
he can, but it's like
what does his sword do?
I think this one allows you to make clones of this one.
It does. It has a special ability, but it's not important enough. Like Meliodas doesn't need this weapon.
And you know what's crazy? Cloud has a Buster Sword that can make clones too. We done with these niggas. I got the Buster Sword.
And the way y'all be hyping up Final Fantasy, I'm gonna have to play all 87 of them bitches.
But you know what's crazy, Sauce? I'm actually a Final Fantasy hater, so he strategically made this so that I can't hate. Because I hate Final Fantasy 7. I think it's one of the worst games in the franchise.
Damn, he truly does. Crazy. So it brings glee to my heart that he has to defend it. But yeah, so I got Buster Sword over Lost Vein. Who do you guys have?
Yeah, I got Buster Sword.
Buster Sword. Miles. All right, Kent.
I got Lost Vein.
Kobe.
Lost Vein.
Oh. Leon.
Buster Sword.
Kai.
I got Lost Vein.
Oh. And Sauce?
Not enough. Buster Sword.
Not enough.
See, I want to get Buster Sword out of here too, but I don't think Lost Man.
At least you're being fair with it. Nobody main plot would have probably got nasty with it and packed it up.
All right, up next, anyways, Buster Sword versus Murasame from Akame ga Kill.
I don't even remember what this is.
If it cuts you, it drops poison in you, and you're gonna die pretty much.
Yeah.
And before we do that, $2 super chat from Lord Trill. Is the Buster Sword a better character, Miles?
Listen, man, I don't know when you've been watching, but the Buster Sword might be a better character than Cloud.
Right.
It might be.
W way to slander Cloud.
I gotta play Final Fantasy VII because it can't be that bad.
You're not missing nothing, bro.
That bad.
You're not missing nothing, bro. I'm telling you.
Which one should I put first, Miles?
Do you want a more modern experience, or do you not mind like the old school?
Nigga, I don't care. I'm a gamer.
5,
9.
nigga.
Over 9?
5 is Kefka, right? Kefka and Terra, right? Or is that 6?
I think that's 5.
5 is the best number.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
I think 9 has the best party.
9 is Zidane.
Yeah.
9 does have the best cast. 8 has the best main character in Squall.
Which has the best modern experience?
The best modern experience is probably 8.
Murasame, Edamame, and Mame Buster into $2 super chat.
Yeah, we gotta pack up this Buster Sword.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Angie is crazy, yo.
But Sauce, best modern experience, I would say play 8.
For sure. And by the way, Thug and Future drop tonight. Just so
they do.
So yeah.
We tap. We here.
W.
But yeah. So
also the Knicks beat the Pistons again.
Oh. Shout out to the Knicks.
2-1.
This is a 7.
Facts. But anyways, so Murasame, the poison sword, over the Buster Sword. Who do we got?
Even though I dropped Akame ga Kill, I've watched a good decent amount of it, and I don't remember this sword moving me at any point. So I'm gonna go Buster Sword.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Riddell. The idea of the sword is awesome, where I can nick you and you instantly die. I think there's also something where it's like she can like trigger like a power boost. I remember her eyes like turning red. It enhanced her speed, all her stats. All of that is cool.
Yeah.
She didn't beat nobody with it. Like, I'm not moved by a sword that has all of this cool stuff, and you're not kicking no ass. You don't got no good feats. So I'm going with the Buster Sword.
I mean, but Loki was hurt. She really didn't fight a lot, to be honest.
My point.
Yeah, she was more concerned in the beginning. She was more concerned about the main character, and then towards the middle, and then towards the end of the anime, she began to get more concerned about her sister, and then the other girl who had the gun towards the end. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of one of those things, kind of like with like Marco with the Phoenix fruit. It's like you can see the potential for it to be a dope fruit, but it's like they wrote that person horrible. You know what I mean? So I go with the Buster Sword on this one too.
All right, so we got 4 Buster. Kobe, who you got?
Yeah, man. The Buster Sword is on a Cinderella run right now, man. I don't even, man. I'm gonna just have to go with the Buster Sword because that sword in the comic, no sword, no weapon in the comic kill moves me. So
that is a fact, though, Angie. That is a fact. She did go to work on Ass Death with it. She really did.
Yeah, at the very end, like she was going to work, but like throughout that whole thing,
So
throughout that whole anime, it was just.
Yeah, I don't think that was enough to boost it up, but she did go to work on Ass Death towards the end, though.
Buster Sword moving like Eisen through this list. Okay, Leon, who you got?
Buster Sword.
Ooh, Kai?
Murasame.
Go ahead, Mr. Contrarian. I respect it. Sauce, who you got?
Sorry. I had to lock in. We got tall Warren. I had to lock in real quick. Muramasa. That's what I'm going with.
Jaden?
Buster Sword.
Buster Sword takes it. All right, next up, let's see. Let's see if we can continue the Cinderella story. Buster Sword versus Rebellion. Dante.
Rebellion.
Yeah, good.
Rebellion.
Rebellion.
Yeah, Cinderella run
I
out of
agree.
here. Get out of here.
The Buster has finally ended.
Rebellion.
Listen, I set it up exactly that way. I got Rebellion as well. But hey, the Buster Sword is great. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was great against terrible competition, but
Hey. Fake news. So, Rebellion sits on the top of the list right now. So, we got Rebellion versus Excalibur.
Oh, Excalibur.
Excalibur all day.
I think
from what I've seen
Excalibur
in the
is not
anime, because
close.
Miles, I know you have video game lore. I'm going Rebellion from what I've seen in the anime.
That's fair.
Same.
I've been waiting for this one to
Okay.
pop up. I'm going Excalibur.
Okay, hold on. Let's go from the top. So, I got Excalibur. Riddell has Rebellion. Miles got Excalibur. Kent?
Excalibur.
Excalibur. Kobe?
Yeah, Excalibur got this.
Okay. Leon?
Rebellion.
Rebellion. Kai?
Excalibur. You can give me the sheath part as well, where you can't even see it.
Facts.
Give me Avalon, please.
Oh God.
Sauce?
I'm on the way. Here's Excalibur for sure.
And Jaden?
I was hoping this one came up. It's Excalibur.
Excalibur is the new queen of. Hold on. Because I didn't even see that. Angie with a $2 super chat. Custer Muster. Sorry, Buster. Rebellion in 8.
Cook.
No contest. Fuck.
Andy be cooking.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
All time then.
So, the new queen of the hill, Saber, with Excalibur, takes on Samehada.
Excalibur.
I get this trash ass sword out of him.
Listen, Samehada would be fire to me, but once it betrayed the nigga, I said, "Oh yeah, that shit trash."
that thing's trash.
Betrayed that man for chakra.
We done. Yeah, I got Excalibur.
Riddell?
Yeah, I got. Oh, I'm sorry.
Riddell, who did you pick?
Excalibur.
Kent?
Excalibur.
Ooh. Kobe?
Yeah, I got Excalibur.
Leon?
Excalibur.
Kai?
Excalibur.
Oof. Sauce?
This is Excalibur.
Jaden?
Bring the brooms out.
Why did it hurt my soul so
Bring the
much?
brooms out. It's Excalibur.
Samehada got 0 love. Excalibur is the king of the hill so far. And up next, we got Masamune.
I'm still on Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Yeah, the same Excalibur.
Is there any lore behind the sword?
It's really long. You don't do shit.
It don't do nothing.
I'm
It's
sorry,
just cool.
yeah,
It's aura because of who's holding it, honestly.
I'm
Yeah.
going Excalibur then. Yeah, just
But
make it
that
easy.
level of aura is universal. I just wanted to know if it pushed it. If it pushed it. Nah.
No.
So it's another broomstick win from Excalibur. Okay. All right. Next up, the Tetsaiga.
Man, you can go ahead and get the Texaga out of here, man. Go ahead and give me that Excalibur. Man.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, give me Excalibur. I was getting ready to say the same thing.
I literally put this here just to see if it got anything because I don't think this sword does anything at all.
Yeah,
It becomes red.
sword's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Wind
becomes
scar.
red.
It looks cool.
Ooh.
Wind scar. You know what I'm saying? Wind scar.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Getsuga Tensho of the 90s. All right.
Damn.
All right. So Excalibur still Queen of the Hill versus Yamato.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yamato.
give me Yamato.
Yamato, we here.
Yeah, we gotta go Yamato.
Demon sword.
Yes, sir.
The best sword.
Can somebody explain to me what this sword does?
aside from aura and have a D.
Well, first of all, it's one of the swords of I forgot their father, but Demon King Sparta. It's one of his swords. And it's imbued with like interdimensionality. He can like manipulate time with it. He can cut through dimensions. Your typical very flashy aura-filled sword with time abilities.
Through dimensions?
Yeah, he has dimension slashes. Yeah,
and it's not based on Virgil. It's the sword.
It's the sword. Yeah, he just happens to be the user of it.
Because even Dante can do the same things Virgil can do when he has the sword.
Yeah.
So, no, this is the demon sword.
I know nothing about Devil May Cry, so I'm going Excalibur.
Okay, we got one Excalibur. We got two. Kent,
I'm going Excalibur too, by the way.
Oh. Okay, so we got one Yamato. We got Miles with Excalibur. Kent, who did you have?
I'm also going with Excalibur.
Kobe.
So, what was the name of this sword again? Because I don't have too much experience with it.
Yamato.
So, okay, I saw my brother play this game, and I saw this sword. So and I liked it. So I'm gonna go with Yamato. I'm gonna rock with Yamato.
Okay. Also, the Bengals are trolling, bro.
We're at 2-2. Leon.
Who did they draft?
I got Excalibur.
Mark Stewart, bro.
3-2. Okay, Kai.
I'm going Virgil's sword purely off that one move where he cuts a bunch of stuff and he slowly sheaves it back into it. Pure aura. That's the only reason.
Love you, aura. Amazing aura.
It's the Sun Jin Woo of swords. Sauce, who do you have?
I got Excalibur still.
Okay, Jaden.
Excalibur.
Oh, just barely took it. I'm with that $2 super chat. Santo
goodness.
Genesis sword better be on this list. You might be disappointed, Angie. I'm sorry.
Y'all voting for a sword you can't even see the entire time you play the anime, but
That's the reason. There's a reason they can't see it.
Come on.
The reason you can't see it.
Hey, man.
And Riddell, and when you can see it, what happened? We done with Mihawk, man.
No.
I hate this sword, bro. Get this sword out of here, bro.
I am about.
What's wrong with this sword?
Here.
We done with this nigga.
This sword's better than Emma.
I couldn't even
You
talk.
lost me, Riddell.
I couldn't even talk.
My fault.
I'm like, bro. Excalibur versus Yoru from Mihawk in One Piece.
Go ahead, Redeezy, man.
I voted Excalibur, but I do like Yoru. It's one of the more unique swords in One Piece. And one of the things that I feel like One Piece is great and all. My one criticism for One Piece though is they set up all these swords to be badass, and they set up the precedent, like they set the standard very high with Yoru. Black sword, huge, just has all these freaking bedazzle, looks like a freaking cross. Ever since then, I'm like, bro, I don't feel like the other swords really hit the what I was expecting when they were talking about all these legendary swords. But I do think Euro hit it, so shout out. But I go Excalibur.
Mihawk, you got to stop going to Home Depot and buying that black paint, my brother.
That's crazy.
We done. Excalibur, nigga. I don't care about that bedazzled shit on the sword. Shit ain't do nothing. That shit clashing with Flower Sword Vista, my nigga.
I knew he was going to say that.
Done with that nigga, man.
Nasty.
Crash out. Ken, who do you have? I can't even talk, bro.
Out of respect for my guy Zoro, I'm going with Excalibur here.
Damn.
Oh, crazy. Kobe.
All praises to the Almighty. I'm so sorry he had to see this disrespect of a sword. Get that sword the hell out of here and let me go ahead and get Excalibur, man. We done with Mihawk, man.
Done with Mihawk. All right.
All right. Next, guy, who you got? I can't even talk, bro.
I know who Kai got, man.
Kai, who you got?
Look, this sword has every time he swings it, every time he swings it, the battlefield feels that swing. in I can't remember what film it was with Bullet when that meteor was falling.
Stampede. Yep.
Yeah, one little slash destroyed it easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dang, it's
The
crazy. You're saying
design
a
of the
lot of
sword.
words just to pick Excalibur, bro.
Yeah, I'm picking Excalibur.
Yo, wait, what? What?
You could hear it in his voice too.
What?
So you got?
Yeah, no, the damn design on his sword is cool. It's like a cross. So like
It is cool.
Every time he swing it, he technically crucifying people. You feel me? He pinning them to the cross every time, and that's fire.
And that is
Excalibur.
a $2 super chat saying you to be quiet, bro. Lord Trill says it lost value every time caused the with it.
Every time Vista blocked it, I said, "Oh yeah, this nigga's trash."
Bro, Oda made such a mistake having him fight Vista because y'all be dragging that nothing fight so much.
So let's go ahead and continue, bro.
It says Caliber, bro. I'm sorry, Mihawk. Feel me? It's my dog though.
Jaden.
All I know is Excalibur would have got Vista out of here. So.
Cook.
Wait, so y'all hate on me for hating on Eneru, and the slander you. Well, let me stop talking. And
Santa, what?
And you just want me to stop talking. Mihawk,
I don't like Eneru either. I'm with you.
Trackhawk, X in one.
Cook X in one.
But yeah, you guys sound like how I sound when I talk about Eneru.
But here's you want to know the difference though, Santo? This is my main problem with Mihawk, right? Because you got this narrative just constantly just milking him like a cow, just ugh. And then when a nigga's on screen and it's time for you to show me what y'all niggas is telling me he can do, the nigga's not showing me nothing.
You're not worth him going 100%. That's why.
Right. He got no comp.
Yeah.
Got no comp.
So you say that, right? If he don't got no comp, how Vista blocking it?
Yo, that was he wasn't trying, bro. I'm not trying to hear
we saw what Shanks did to Kid, and Shanks wasn't trying.
Yeah, and Kid is
Shanks was playing with him the whole time, bro.
It wasn't even the whole time.
And Kid stronger than Vista. Shanks got him out of there.
But Kid was at that mode of fuck around and find out.
Vista was in that mode of we trying to go get Ace.
No, Mihawk was testing the strength.
Mihawk tested whose strength? He knew about him already. He said, "You're the legendary Vista, the Flower Swordsman. We're having a great deal, but let's put it on hold. It'll take too much time. We can do this later." What the fuck?
It's okay to spar with people who are weaker than you. That's
Rendell, we in the middle of a war. It's not no. We gonna do this later. Mihawk had to verbally stop the fight. And me being the world's strongest nigga, I'm packing him. The fuck?
But we know if Mihawk really thought Vista was a challenge, he would have sought him out. That's what he's looking for, a real challenge.
So if you know the nigga, you saw what he did to Zoro, pulled the butter knife out, packed him. Why did he pack out Vista? Because he couldn't. He simply couldn't. He simply couldn't. He couldn't.
Come on, bro.
He couldn't. Zoro right now is stronger than Vista. And I'm sure if Mihawk saw Zoro, he would pack Zoro. Yeah. Unless Vista right now is stronger than Zoro, which that makes me happy too. It don't matter. Any way you slice it, we're done with all of these bum ass sword niggas in One Piece. They all whacked at me.
Damn, all of them, Miles?
No.
Can somebody tell me who with a sword has done something in One Piece? Who?
Before you do that, let me just close this out. When it comes to swords, hold on. Let me just close this out. So, in the King of the Hill best sword in anime/gaming consensus, Excalibur takes the cake. Now, let me just remove this screen because I definitely want to hear that conversation that you guys are
I'm just asking, Miles. I'm not saying
that conversation that you guys are about to have. Go for it, Miles. Go ahead and take it away.
I'm like a swordsman fanboy. It's my favorite in an RPG. I like niggas that it's my favorite archetype of fighting other than like a gunner. You understand what I'm saying? My problem with One Piece is you set these swords up, they got different curses, you got different lore behind all of the swordsmen. He uses this style, he uses that style, he use hockey, he don't. Every single swordsman I've seen throughout the entirety of this show has been a fucking bum. They don't do nothing. Ohm didn't do nothing. Mr. One was cool. He got packed out by Zoro. King, by his own admission, I'm not a swordsman. I just use it. I'm not a swordsman. He don't use it. Shanks, he the only nigga that came through with the sword and making motion. Ryuma don't count. Ryuma in the one shot is cool. Ryuma
what about Zoro, though? I know you don't. I know you hate on Zoro, but like, you don't think he do anything though?
He got bad competition.
King was bad competition.
Nigga, if you're losing to a nigga that has every bone broken in their body, yes, you're bad comp. Zoro at 100% mops King. It's not close. You got to look at the context of the fight. Zoro had every bone broken by Kaido and Big Mom when he fought King. King was fresh. Pika's not comp. Hody's not comp. Hachi's not comp. Nigga, Zoro don't fight no comp. He didn't fight no comp except for Dash Bones. That's the only comp he ever fought. The Seraphim is not comp. Lucci's not a swordsman, so I'm not gonna count him. Mm-hmm. Zoro don't fight nobody strong. No one.
What about that giraffe nigga?
For him too, you said who?
You talking about Kaku?
Yeah, Kaku.
Kaku? Nah, man.
Kaku?
What? Hey, he had to create like 12 different arms to fight.
I give Kaku credit.
That was a hard fight for him though.
Kaku got his fruit. You know what I'm saying? He showcased how like his ingenuity, being able to have that fruit for only a couple hours and come up with some shit. Once that nigga Zoro tied that bitch up, Ashura, let's get that nigga up out of here, man. Let's get him up out of here. Zoro,
Miles,
what's up?
What do you think about Cavendish?
You mean the Hakuba merchant?
That's not fair. That's a part of him. That's a part of him.
Hakuba's a deity.
But it's a part of him.
He is.
It's the same person. We're counting that.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Hakuba's a separate thing.
What about the Blind Admiral?
He put Fujitora.
Fujitora.
Haven't seen enough from him, and most of his attacks.
We might see something from him now, though.
For sure. Yeah. But most of his shit has to do with his gravity, not his swordsman shit.
That's true too. But I do fuck with him though. I fuck with him tough.
He cold. You said what?
And
I said, how do you feel? So Fujitora went to go capture Mihawk, right?
Yeah. No, wait. Mihawk ran.
Fujitora got packed
up. That's a fact.
No, he didn't. Mihawk ran.
Mihawk did run, Riddell.
Mihawk fled the island. He fled the island.
Yeah.
He did run, Riddell.
Mihawk ran.
He ran. He fled the island when he heard Fujitora was coming.
You know what?
I really
give me some more ammo. I forgot about that. He ran from that nigga.
Nah, I need the chapter number for that one.
Give me 15 seconds.
I will say though, because just like Miles,
big man.
Swordsman is kind of like my favorite type of style as well, especially like with like video games. Side note, check me out, Switch Axe, my Monster Hunter Wilds. But anyway, I will say though, for One Piece, I think a lot of the problem that happens with One Piece is so much lore is set up behind the sword itself that a lot of times the swordsmen, I think One Piece is kind of setting it up where the swords are one thing, and then the swordsmen themselves are more so like the attachment to the sword, as opposed to in most other anime, the swordsman is the guy and the sword is the attachment. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the swords themselves have the lore, and then the swordsmen that hold them, they get the credit because they have these swords. And I think that's what kind of throws One Piece off. But to say Zoro has no feats really because he faces weak competition, I don't know if that's a fault of Zoro or if that's a fault because so much is written to give the sword so much character. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they seem to focus a lot more on the swords than the actual sword battle.
Swordsmen. Yeah, they treat the sword. They treat the people who's handling the swords like they're secondary compared to the actual sword itself. But yeah, go ahead, Miles.
So Riddell, it's around chapter 925. But what I will say is there's no actual confirmation of whether they fought or not. Fujitora, after getting like ostracized by Akainu, he's a part of the mission to like apprehend all of the warlords. And we know Mihawk knows that Fujitora is coming, or like people are coming to his island. But there's no actual confirmation as to whether they engage, see each other, or anything like that.
Like ships. I feel like I remember the scene where it's like he destroyed hella ships and then left, but I misconstrued Fujitora because when he got injured, I forgot that he got injured fighting the revolutionaries, not me.
Yeah, and even that moment, they say that that only happened because they were at Maryjois. If he wasn't at Maryjois, him and Green Bull would have wiped them out. So.
Hey man, shout out man, but
Both Sanders is still on the board.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Also, the Bucks got a Mecha Ibuka, which is very interesting. I don't know.
He's gonna be a Steeler, and then go get my AP.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if Shador stays in Colorado in the state anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised.
He's not going to the Broncos.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Next, you better believe.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I need Henderson. I need Henderson.
Respect, bro.
He's coming to the Berg.
So now I know, based on the One Piece Mafia cartel, swordsmen in One Piece are ass. Okay.
And Santo, and what I hate about the narrative of the fans of the swordsmen is that the swordsmen have just as few feats as the snipers, but the snipers are constantly hated on, and the swordsmen are elevated just because their weapons are cool. But both style of fighters, they haven't done anything in the series. Snipers haven't done anything either.
I didn't even know there was a battle between snipers and swordsmen.
I fought with snipers too, so I really.
Yeah,
but Miles is definitely right though. They haven't done. I think every.
I think swordsmen are still cool. The thing is, I still believe my biggest issue that I brought up earlier is I feel like Oda doesn't really do the sword stuff justice in general in One Piece. Because he built up this entire thing about these legendary swords, they have 3 different grades and all that stuff. I feel like it's an afterthought. So that's my biggest thing for One Piece.
Who's the best sniper in One Piece?
Yasop.
Yeah, Yasop. That was crazy.
Yeah, Yasop.
Like based on feats or in lore?
Both.
Okay.
He's destroying ships with a single shot.
I wish his son was like him.
I can't wait to get there.
I wish his son was like him too, man.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how Usopp reaches that level.
Get that nigga a stick, put the slingshot away.
Facts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would be very. I'm not gonna say very disappointed, but I think I would kind of be. I think I really kind of would be disappointed if Usopp doesn't kind of get an upgrade in some type of fashion, because everybody else, like we seen Sanji's, how that kind of came out of nowhere, but we seen how Sanji came with the whole, he's got the special robotic type of body, so that's why he's always constantly healing himself. You see what happened with Zoro, where he learned Enma, and then he's taking on first captains with bones broken all up through his body. You're seeing Nami get, the cloud from Big Mom and everything else. You see Chopper learning how to handle the Rumble Ball. It's just, it has to be there somewhere. And I know Miles talks about it a lot, as a guy that's really big into One Piece. I keep up with it here and there, but like, as a fan of the show in general, it's like, don't let him be the one who just gets constantly left behind and not give him something. You know what I mean?
I feel like he's gonna get observation. He's gonna get observation hockey. Watch, he's gonna wait.
So he got that already. He got that already. He got his last upgrade about 400 chapters ago. I would say before he's due again, I think Brooke got to get something, and I think Frankie got to get something, because thus far they've pretty much gotten nothing. Even Robin got something. But I would say Usopp, Frankie, Brooke, they all do. They definitely do something.
Would you technically
slingshot?
What would you count Brooke as a swordsman or no?
He considers himself a swordsman. He has formal swordsmanship training, so yeah, I would have to. And
so does Brooks feats count?
What feats?
Big Mom
going up against Big Mom.
You don't get credit. You don't get credit for going up against somebody and losing.
Well,
that's nasty.
He didn't.
I don't think.
How? He didn't do no damage to her. He didn't beat her. He didn't do nothing. She just packed him.
Brooke got mollywopped, bro.
She packed him.
He stalled. You know, sometimes
she packed him. She packed him and then turned him into a doll and took him to the bedroom and they went to sleep and took a nap.
Hold on.
But his job
is hold on. I don't mean to cut anyone off, but I have to get this off. Is Brooke the TN of One Piece?
Not too much.
No, not at all. No,
I heard
too much on TN.
I heard he stalled.
I mean that Santo, if you want to say he stalled, I don't even think he did that. He went there, he got packed up, and then in that situation, he made the best out of it and came out with a W, which was getting the Poneglyphs.
Exactly.
That's not a feat to his swordsmanship, though.
Santo's about to see that.
I'm just talking about the feat in terms of his.
Nah, we're talking about the swordsmanship.
I mean,
do you fuck with Odin?
Sure.
Who? Odin?
Yeah.
I like Odin, but nigga only got one move. And then after seeing how far Luffy pushed Kaido, I'm unsure if Odin would have actually won there.
I don't think he wins though.
You understand? Now it was impressive that he scarred him, all of that, but he is a one move merchant. Paradise Totsuka, that's his only move. Oh, he used it against Roger. He used it against Kaido. He used it against Whitebeard. And then I'm just not sure if he would have won that fight. I love Odin though. Not going to disrespect his name. But I
think Kaido would give him the respect of what he did, and maybe
for sure
him a transformation or something. You feel me? But
for sure,
he would definitely lost though.
But when you see him fighting Luffy, nigga had the flame dragon torch. Nigga, he had a lot going on that I'm just not sure Odin was going to win that.
Hey, maybe they. I don't know. The swordsman stuff in One Piece has never been the highlight of it. But who knows? It might be later on because we got some big swordsmen that need to fight. We got Mihawk, we got Shanks, we got Shamrock, we got
gimmick merchant.
Zoro. we got Shiryu, we got Shiryu.
Zoro 2025. Shiryu of the Rain. All you do is sneak niggas.
But hey, they all gonna have to fight at the end of the series.
Shiryu not fighting nobody. That nigga gonna be sneaking niggas.
Nah, he needs to.
He's not gonna fight head up. He is not gonna fight head up.
Nah, he can't be one.
He got the clear fruit. That nigga gonna be sneaking niggas.
Man,
that's this man shit right there. But we got like all these swordsmen that need a box. Fujitora, he got a box too.
He's gonna be using gravity. Not even gonna be relying on the sword. He's gonna drop that bitch. I guarantee it. They gotta show me.
Shout out the Broncos getting Jade Barron. Now they got freaking.
Drop the link for Kent real quick.
Oh, okay.
They got Sanders is coming to the bird.
The Broncos defense is tough, but dang, that offense weak.
They're gonna draft a running back second round.
This might definitely be a topic that we might have to review on the main pod just to see how Ty and Lonnie feel about this. This is interesting. One Piece, Swordsman, trash? Question mark.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but they're definitely underwhelming.
So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna move on to.
We're at the Steelers pick.
Our best.
Shador
better not.
Shador.
Hold your watch up.
So if Shador does go in, we'll. Let me stop talking. Lord Trill doesn't want to hear me talk no more. Are we giving Rayleigh his swordsmanship flower?
The Dark King.
No.
What have I seen Rayleigh do with the sword?
Dang.
Nothing.
Dang.
He literally just spazzed hockey and just nothing,
listen.
Bro.
The narrative can only take you but so far, fellas. I gotta see it. Like hearing about Roger's legacy, right? And then you have like Odin's legacy coincide with that. And then when you see Odin meet Roger and Roger one taps the nigga like that, that reinforces what I've seen. There's just nothing I've seen that reinforces Rayleigh's legend yet. I feel like so far we've gotten more from Scopper than we have from Rayleigh.
Okay.
I just think it's a lot. I just think Oda's done so much to put the lore behind the actual sword and not that's and it's just they've had strong users, but it's more so supposed to be focused on the sword itself.
So
That's just from what I'm getting from it, though.
so One Piece swordsman trash. Could be. So we're gonna. So what I have here, I picked out 15 swordsmen or swordswomen, and what we're going to do, each one of us is going to rank them from 1 to 10. 1 being dog water whale feces, to 10 being phenomenal, amazing, godlike. I
How do we
advise
come
you
up
guys.
with
They
that?
didn't pick the door.
Who they pick?
They picked Derek Harvey.
Your watch is in the air.
Hey man, I did not want Shador on the Steelers at all. I had to, you know what I'm saying?
Do
You a Steelers
not
fan?
be
I'm surprised
surprised.
somebody.
No, I'm
Do
not.
not
Oh,
do
Hear me
not
out.
be surprised if he stays in Colorado, Riddell. I'm just
He's not
saying.
going to Denver. What are you talking?
Yeah, he is not
Okay,
going to
Riddell.
Denver.
That's the same thing they thought about Tim
Minnesota.
Tebow when he was coming out too. I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
Shador might be a second round pick.
Tebow joined.
So, like I
Minnesota
was
need?
saying, go ahead and rank them 1 to 10. Use point 5, point 3, point 2. Do all of that. Go to the nitty gritty. We're basing it on swordsmanship, abilities, flair, feats. Okay, that's the criteria. So I'm gonna present this, and then at the end, I'll show you guys where they stand. Let me present this right quick. Okay, at the stage. First off, got Afro. Katana Master. Extreme speed. Deadly with his sword. Where do you guys rank him? 1 to 10. Riddell, you want to start?
Yeah, since I don't have a criteria, I'm gonna be pretty much winging it.
Oh, I said feats,
Oh, my bad.
flair, abilities, and swordsmanship.
I have an addendum.
Okay.
I normally don't do this. I want you to add an inverse tax, not negatively, but like an inflation, because some people, because of the product of their verse, Afro Samurai is not going to have the feats of a Virgil, but the stuff that he's doing within his own respective universe could be considered as crazy.
Yeah, don't say Afro in the Berserk world.
Because I think Afro did a lot of, he did like swordsmanship feats. He was cutting through crossbow bolts. He's doing a lot of wild shit in his series.
I'm gonna go 8. Go 8.
Miles, what you got? So 8 for Riddell.
I was gonna say 7, but I'll rock with the 8.
So you're going 8.
I'll rock with the 8.
Okay. Are you writing down the numbers, Miles? Or you want me?
I got you.
Thank you. Kobe, what you got for Afro?
Now, with Afro, he does cut through bullets. That is pretty nice. I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7 because at the very end when he was fighting that demon, I forgot his name. I forgot that guy's
Justice.
name. Justice. Yeah, when he was fighting Justice, I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like Justice was kind of letting him win. Like Justice could have packed him up, and like I don't know, Justice was kind of exposing him a little bit on his weak side. He's still a good swordsman, but it's a 7 will be solid for me. I think it's solid.
Okay, 7. Leon, what you got for Afro?
It's been a minute since I've seen Afro, so I'm gonna go 6.5, just out of respect.
Okay.
All right, Kai.
Afro was cutting through missiles. I'm gonna give him like a 7.5.
Okay.
Sauce.
My love for Afro wants me to give him a 10, but he about an 8 though. You feel me? Resurrection he gave some good shit too though, especially fighting against that damn bear. So yeah.
All right, we got an 8. And Kent?
Bring us home.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give my guy Afro an 8. His mastery of his sword. Oh, I thought it was a super chat. I was about to be quiet. His mastery of his sword. His ability to go through. You know, assassin camps, mercenary camps. Cutting through. Like you guys said, crossbow bolts, bullets, missiles, things of that nature. So I give him a solid 8.
Okay, 8. And I'm giving it a 7.5. Great speed, great footwork, can cut through metal, missiles. I mean, I picked him here at first because I think he's a very, very standard samurai in anime when we talk about swordsmanship. So I'm going 7.5.
For swordsmanship, for sure. But I do think there's something to be said that Afro Samurai is the epitome of you think black, you think swordsman, first name, Afro Samurai, every single
For
time.
sure.
Facts.
For sure.
All right,
Facts.
next up, Akame. Yes, she does. She's great. She's great with her sword. She doesn't have the feats, but she really doesn't lose. I mean, you can account it to hacks because of the sword and the poison. In terms of swordsmanship, she is one of the premier swords people in the anime. Where you guys got it?
I'm going to repeat what I said before. I dropped the anime, and from what I've seen, I was not moved. I will give her a 6. She beat Ed's death, so sure.
6. Miles.
4. Carried by hacks.
Ooh. Dang. Kobe.
Oh wow, I was about to give her a 6, but damn, okay. Nah, yeah, I'm. She's a 5, man. Like she does not move me at all. That as the but did not move me at all.
Leon.
I would have given her a 4, but out of respect for my cousin, Gatsby, I'm gonna give her a 5.
5. Kai.
What? I think she only fought like 3 people I can really remember. I give her a 5.
5. Sauce, what do you got? What are you giving Akame?
I was gonna give her like a 6. Didn't do too much, feel me? But like you said, account for flair, I'll give her a 6.
6 from Sauce. And Kent, what do you got to round it up?
I'm gonna give her a 6 just because the knowledge of her sword, knowing how to operate a sword, knowing what could come from knowing what could come from it, and also I guess the distinct difference between this list and the last list where she was up here, where the sword was up here, her beating Asdeath boost her a lot because Asdeath was a tyrant in that show, and for her to come along towards the end and do what she did to Asdeath at the end, kind of does boost her up. But I mean, it only boosts her to a 6. But I give her credit for that.
I give her a 5.5. Yeah, she really is carried by the sword. Yes, she does beat Asdeath, but other than that, just ore farming with 1 feat in the entire show really doesn't move me like that. I'm sorry. So yeah, 5.5.
Sansa, you want me to send them as we go or give you them all at the end?
Give me all of them at the end.
Okay.
All right, next up. Urza Scarlet.
All right, we got something.
Yeah, Riddell is stupid.
Hey man, Urza is great. One of the highlights of Fairy Tale, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being dead ass 10.
Oh wow.
I'm trying to think of when it comes down to it. Urza's entire magical ability is the fact that she can switch her armor, but also switch her weaponry. The fact that she's a master swordsman with so many different swords, with so many different styles, is extremely impressive. Obviously, she got the order. She's recognized as one of the most badass females, one of the most favored females in anime history. She got insane feats, honestly, too insane, little power friendshipy, but it's still her feats, so you can't deny it. Where she's cutting through space, where she's cutting through meteors, defeating crazy opponents with her swordsmanship. And so, with all that said, she got everything you want. Urza's tale.
Man, I want to hate on Riddell. I'm probably gonna give her a 10. It's kind of hard to hate on her. Literally, when we talk about swordsmen, I think versatility is one of the biggest pluses they can have, and her being able to kind of switch through hundreds, not only swords, lances, axes, everything, and be proficient in them. It's like learning 200 different styles of fighting. She got the feats, baddie. She aura farms when she needs to. I don't like her codependency on Jalal. That's my tax on her, but I'll still give her a 10. She cool.
Whoa, the Chargers got a Marion Hampton.
Kobe, while Riddell looks at what the Chargers did.
If that man doesn't go to LA, he's going to be a second round draft pick. That's crazy.
Kobe, what you got?
Shador.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all might be mad at me when I say this. I did not get into Fairy Tale too much. It was not for me.
Oh, I'm not mad at you.
It was a little bit too friendly, too kiddie. I'm not with all that tippy, pity pat, all that crap. So I don't know about Asdev as a swordswoman. For it to be that soft, I don't know. I'm not gonna really. I don't have a solid ranking for her at all. So I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
At least you're honest, bro. Because Fairy Tale, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I know a lot of people love Fairy Tale, bro, but it's too PG. It's like too friendly, bro. I'm not with all
Too
that.
Power
bro.
of friendship. I get you.
Yeah, I'm not with all that.
I respect it. Leon, what you got?
Me being a part of Fairy Tale game, I gotta give Urza a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Not a 10? Why not a 10?
10 is you gotta be like top tier to me. She's top tier, but I don't think like I'm very like critical and very hard on my ranking, so I can't give out 10s too easily.
What makes her not a 10? Better question.
I'm curious too.
Riddell want to hear why.
Because I was just gonna say I think she's the best female swordsman in anime. So why not a 10?
Yeah, that's why she's a 9.
Dark Saber?
Now I'm curious
I'm not.
who's a 10 for you. Like, who would be? Yeah, okay.
You'll see if it gets there. You'll see, man.
All right.
Okay.
Noted.
Okay, so Leon got it at 9. Kai, what do you got?
8.
An 8. Interesting. Interesting.
And because hot take, I think Kagura is a better swordsman than her. I watched Kagura whoop Urza's ass with her sword sheathed majority of the time, and there's like Urza, I'm pretty sure Urza went through maybe five equips, and she just couldn't do anything until the magic lady jumped in. So she's good with multiple swords, but I saw her lose to one swordsman with one sword.
I appreciate you, Kai.
Urza really want to fight on some BS too.
I could change my number now. Appreciate you, Kai. I needed a reason to hate.
You think Kagura could beat Urza?
If I'm talking
Kagura
strictly
was beating Urza.
I think Urza's stronger because her magic power and everything. But I think strictly swordsmanship, Kagura is better than her.
When Urza has the two katanas out?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she was. Yeah.
I like in the style that Kagura uses, sure, but Urza can use so many different styles at a master level.
Yeah, and she was getting
but
if that master level don't make you win with all of that shit.
But If we're being on, but he admitted it. If they fought for real, Urza would win.
No, but that's because of like pure magic strength. I'm not talking like if I'm saying you take away all their magic abilities and just strictly sword skill, Urza's not winning that.
But the fact that she can use multiple swords would boost the argument of her being a better swordswoman.
Because at that point you're talking about skill. But I mean, if is your criteria only how skilled they are with the sword and a specific style?
But I'm saying Urza used multiple swords in that fight, but she still lost to Kagura with her sword sheathed. Like you can use multiple swords, but if you're losing to one person who's mastered that one style, I think that's more impressive.
Yeah, but I mean, we know how Urza is. Like sometimes, that be happening, and then she locks. It's one of those. It's a fairy tale trope. Sometimes they're not locked in, then they finally locked in, and they beat the person they're fighting. So it's like, sure, but they weren't. That wasn't a serious fight. So
it was a serious fight.
No, that was a serious
fight.
You
really wanted some BS. I'm like, it was a bad cow.
That's fair.
Anyway, so Kai, you're at an 8.
Yeah.
All right, Ken, what do you got?
I got her at a 10 for everything that Riddell said previously.
All right, and Sauce?
Yeah, that's it. She's a 10.
First, shout out to the Chargers helping my boy G Herbo out with a running back. Shout out to them. Secondly, the first number that popped in my head was a 10 as soon as I saw the picture. No doubt in my mind. 10. Urza Scarlet. Shout out to her.
Facts. I also got her at a 10 as well. I think the ability to master multiple different swords, a broadsword, katana, rapier, whichever one it is, she is at master level, which speaks to swordsmanship. So I got it at a 10. All right, so next up, let's see who's next on the list. We have Guts in the Berserk world, wielding the Dragon Slayer. I was gonna say Buster Sword.
He should get the Buster Sword.
No, what do you got?
Guts is an interesting one because he's just kind of like a berserker, bro. He's just so strong and ferocious and just so freaking demon that he just be mowing through people. He got skill for sure. He does embody the swordsman with big swords style. When you think of those people, Guts is the first name that comes to mind. I'll give him an 8.
This is just my natural bias against great sword wielders. They're just Cloud was like that. I don't mean to talk about Cloud right now, but he's an exception to where he wields a great sword and he feels mobile. Right? When I think Guts, I think fortifying a position, extremely powerful slashes, but that mobility, even from what I've read, that mobility is just not there. He can react to fast stuff, but it feels like he's slugging that bitch around.
Have you seen him fight with the Berserk armor?
I'm not that far yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a 7 though.
Okay. Kobe, what you got?
I ain't gonna lie, me and Riddell's kind of locked in on these rankings because I literally was saying like, I'm giving him an 8 because as a great swords wielder, like I know Miles was talking about mobility and all that. I don't really look at these guys for their mobility. I look at them for more they tank, like their power and stuff like that. And from the little that I read, because I didn't read too much of Berserk, but from the little that I read from him, to watch him slice
Lord
through demons.
Trill with a $2 super chat says silence. Mikasa running through most females blade for blade.
Carried by ODM gear, not move.
I was just about to say that. Miles took the words literally right out of my mouth. But continue.
But watching him power through these demons and mow down these enemies, like I'm not gonna lie, as that tanky type swordsman, like he definitely getting an 8 from me.
Leon, what you got?
This is tough for me. I'm not really moved by Gut swordsmanship. He just got a big ass sword for real.
And Leon, I have to cut you off. That's why I said what I said, because it's like when you look at the heavy swordsmen, they just swinging that bitch. I don't see no skill.
Like the nigga just be swinging that bitch. And
he just strong.
Yeah, like
he like Brock Lesnar type shit.
You have to give him credit to the fact that they can swing such a heavy sword in a relatively swiftful way.
Sure.
That's why Guts is so impressive, because he can carry such a big sword and move like he moves in the Berserk universe.
What type of movement are you hoping they do, Miles?
Listen, man, I'm high on my own personal abilities. Like, if we were in the medieval times, you come at me with a great sword, you're losing. You swing, I'm dodging that. It's a wrap, bro. That heavy great sword swinging, slashing shit. Anybody with some proficiency and some skill, if you get parried, you're fucked. If they dodge, you're fucked. If you hit a tree or if it gets stuck in something because it's the force behind it, you're fucked. I'm just not high on niggas that use great swords. I'm just not. I'm a broadsword, scimitar type of person. It's just a more reliable fighting style. If Guts was in a confined space, he would have trouble because of the sword. There's just too many limitations that come with wielding a sword that large. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that nigga 6.4.
Dang.
God. See what you did.
Hey, yeah, man. I was really gonna get a nigga a 5, but
hold on. $2 super chat.
What is NG talking about?
Yo, you making me read this? $2.
What is she?
Guts
got it. He got his hands up.
I mean, hey,
Guts got a demon slayer in his pants. If you know, you know. I don't know, and I don't want to.
Hey, Casca messes with him for a reason, man.
For sure. You got it.
Yeah. Also, Packers got Matthew Golden, so shout out Packer fans.
Kai, what you got?
I got him at a 7. I see what you mean, but he's got a big sword, so it's probably hard to swing it around. But against Griffith, whose whole sword style was like precision hits, I'm pretty sure Guts did manage to outskill him with that big sword. So I'd give him like a 7. He's strong enough to swing the sword fast enough, so I think that doesn't affect him that much.
All right, Kent, what do you got?
I'm gonna give him the same score for the exact same reasons. I also will say that I kind of think along the same lines as Miles with the great sword thing, but the one thing that Berserk that Guts does have for his verse is that you see where guys are moving at certain speeds. You get the feats where people said that this person's moving at this speed, this person's moving at that speed, and you see where Guts is able to swing the sword, albeit Miles that it is a big sword. You see where Guts is actually able to swing the sword with some level of quickness, where the guys who he is swinging it at, they have to react to it in that manner for the speed that they have in order for them to dodge it. So I will give Guts a lot of credit for that. So that's why I give him a 7.
Maybe I'm just interpreting the fights different. I feel like a lot of Guts speed is when he's on the defensive. That's when I feel like he's at his fastest. When he's on offense, I don't get the idea that he's that fast at all. I just don't. But
okay,
I got you. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, once you see him put on the Berserk armor, he's way faster.
Also, he's carried by another. Oh, okay, I got it. Cool.
That's
triggered his trap card. Sauce, what do you got?
I mean, you can use the Berserk armor, so I
wouldn't say carried though, Miles. I would say enhanced. Never mind. I apologize. My bad.
Sure, he was enhanced. Yeah, sure.
No, it unlocks his. It just allows him to be as reckless as he can. That's basically what it does.
I got you. Put it in my notepad. I got you.
Hater. Also, shout out! Someone said Ichigo is the best big sword user. That's a fact.
He is a good one, But notice
The best, not even
notice how his sword goes from a great sword to a broadsword.
Mm-hmm.
the best is very debatable, but you know.
So it's on you, bro.
So kind of what Miles was saying about he doesn't really value the great sword. I'm kind of on the opposite side. As somebody who does love swords, I value great swords very heavily because of the difficulty that comes with using them. You have to have some type of patience, some type of timing to use this sword. It's not just something that you can just be quick and precise and kind of, I guess, negate some of your attacks because you are moving so fast. So you have a little bit more room for error. With as with a great sword, if you do swing badly, you're fucked. So, with that being said, though, Guts, he grew up with his sword, so his sword is a little bit more. It's really a part of him. You feel me? On top of that, it is a very heavy sword, big sword as well. So his ability to wield it is kind of fire to me. I would give him 8.5 though. That would be my rating for Guts. 8.5.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I am not the biggest fan of the greatsword, to be honest. I for some reason, honestly, I'll just be straightforward. I think Musclehead, when I see somebody with a greatsword, um, his will carries him a lot. Determination factor, sure. Um, his sword, I do understand his sword style is not fancy or whatnot, but it is more of a tank versus being just offensive. I don't see any precision in that. It's just swing. It's big enough. It's gonna hit. I'm not really moved by it at all. So I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay.
Can I say something real quick before we pass on this grace to the grace before we pass by?
Fuck you, Sauce. You want to change it?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. This great sword getting a little disrespected right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all have to go back through all your numbers because I had already calculated it. So
if you already did, it's fine. If you already did, it's fine.
We'll do this. All tallies will be final. There is no recount. This is not a democracy.
Never mind. I can redo it. I found it. I can redo it.
Okay,
this will be the only one.
But before you go, they call him Guts because shit.
Yo, Angie. Yo, Angie.
I'm telling you, one day Angie's gonna make me read something up here that's gonna get me either canceled or just everybody's gonna watch me weird.
Hey man,
right now, $2 super chat from Angie. They call him Guts because that's what he be reaching.
Yo, Guts got her acting up, man.
That's insane.
Bro.
Yo, wow, guy.
We live in a godless world.
The world is a dark place.
This is bad.
Hey man, I feel it though.
Jesus, Angie.
You do what, Riddell? Hey, yo.
Riddell, come on, Riddell. Come on, Riddell.
That sounded wild.
That was bad comment, Riddell. That was bad comment, Riddell.
Listen, I did say he did the dirty work, man. I didn't know it was that dirty though. God damn.
Wild. I should have said afterwards when it comes to Yodoichi and Esdeath, but you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
that sounded wild. Hold up! The Giants traded up. I swear to God, if we get Jackson Dart, I swear to God, keep going. If we get Jackson Dart, I'll be crashing out.
So are we, Miles? It's on you. Are we recounting or?
I did it for the one because I figured I can go back, but I stand on it. Y'all pick it, stand on it.
All right.
That real was my first one. I should.
Yeah.
For sure.
You good? I got you.
Do not draft Jackson Dart. I swear to God.
My stuff crashed.
I'm gonna crash out if we draft Jackson Dart.
Draft Dart. Let's go.
No, bro.
Let's go. Free neighbors. Next up.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I crashed. My stuff crashed.
I literally put this one just for the boy Kent. We got Hiei. Riddell, what you got for Hiei?
I'm like. It's been a while since I watched Yu. And when I think of Hiei, I think of Dragon of the Darkness Flame, all that stuff. I'm trying to remember scenes where he uses a sword like that.
Quite literally used his sword in almost every season of the anime.
I mean, yeah,
Y'all gonna make Kent crash. Let's do it.
Like
he uses a sword. I'm gonna say like he uses it like that. That's why I said
Man, Kent gonna hate me. I ain't gonna lie.
yes, yes, yes. I'm not
he
gonna hate
about
any,
to
but
crash.
y'all got it. Go ahead. I'm a mute up.
I'm thinking like, oh, he's gonna hate this.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm really trying to like figure out.
Yeah, boy.
I'm sorry, Kent. I didn't want to do this.
Go ahead and do it, Riddell.
You might be able to convince me because you remember it better than I do. As of right now, unless I'm convinced, I give him a 5.
Oof. God damn.
5.
Oof. A 5. Miles, what do you have?
I'm not gonna violate.
5 is average, though. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's average. It's not a big deal.
I'll give him a 7. I think he had the raw power. He was fast. He fought with a lot of precision. And he's also fighting with like a stamina drain constantly on him because of his implant. So I'll give him a little bit of leeway for that. Other than that, man, I'm not really the biggest Hiei nigga, man. 7 is the highest I can go.
7 is a good score. You gave him the same score as Guts.
Grading on a curve. Insane.
Yeah,
Leon.
I think Guts is good.
No, I'm saying like you say you're not the biggest Hiei guy. You give him a 7. So
Yeah, 7 is good. When I say I'm not the biggest guy, you got to get that 8, 9, 10. Niggas is not really getting them 8, 9, 10s out of me. Not gonna lie.
That's fair. 5 is average, by the way. I just want to make that very clear. It's not a bad score. It's an average score.
Go ahead, Leon. I just don't think that he's average in his verse. That's all. But go ahead, Leon.
Oh, you're doing
shout out
first. I was just thinking about like my perception of like what it means to be a swordsman in anime. So good.
Shout out Kent. You is not top 5. It's actually top 1. I'm gonna give Hiei
Wow.
We lying now.
You my boy like a damn, I go 8 or like 7. You go like a 7.8.
Before you go, oh my god.
He wanted
Jesus Christ. Angie Carr with a $2 super chat. He said, "Bend over and show me your dark tournament."
Where is she getting these clips from? She gotta be putting this into an AI app.
AI on. Create a I'm gonna stop it though.
A suggestive.
Yeah. Hey man, y'all giving 7.87. Like, what does he do as a swordsman that gives him this high of a score? Like, what's an iconic swordsman moment that is like, yeah, he's a swordsman.
This is it right here.
I'm trying to figure
the pose. That's it.
The pose. Okay, that's all it takes to be a top swordsman, I guess. All right.
Now you got to rewatch the series, but you tripping.
I'm Matt. That's why I asked. Like, give me a moment.
I wanted to tell him. Listen,
hey,
man.
in the Dark Tournament, Sword of the Darkness Flame, man. Tap in.
Wait, I got a really hard challenge for the UU fans. Can you give me a moment that is not in the Dark Tournament?
Gun to your head.
Life on the line.
Oh, we did, bro.
Please do. Please do.
I could give you the moment where I'll wait my turn. Never mind. Go ahead.
I can't talk to these niggas, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now. All of us are getting shot, and Kent is the only one surviving.
What the fuck? Why did we get Jackson Dart?
He knew it. You knew it.
God, bro.
Oh my god, they really got dark. That's crazy.
I will say this as far as I don't know if it's my turn, so I'm not gonna go into the full explanation. But I will say this as far as EA is concerned, and I'm with my guy. I do have Yu Yu Hakusho number 1, but I just clarified top 5 so people can understand. But the thing with Hiei is he's not looked at as a swordsman, but he has his demon sword with him throughout the entirety of the series. He is not as if though he uses that as the means to win his fights, but it's another thing in his kit, if you will. Like if you think about it, and I know I try to bring it to relate it to people now so they can understand. If you look at it like a Marvel Rivals thing, it's more so like it's a part of his kit thing. So his feats are not like, oh well, he beat, like a big time demon or anything, but he does use it to defeat enemies throughout the entirety of the series outside of the dark tournament. So that's why, like I said, I don't know if it's my turn yet, but for me, I am going to give him an 8 because he does use it throughout the entirety of the series. You see him fight with it a lot. I know a lot of people, I know Santo, everybody's like, this moment right here. This one right here is the most iconic moment, but that's just because throughout the series, TA's battles are more so fought with his sinisterness and his overall disdain for his opponent. Like he always looks at his opponents like, you're not stronger than me, so there's really no need for me to use my sword other than using it for the finishing move, like he used against my
like Mihawk. Put on my score.
yeah. No, but it's like but differently from Mihawk because you actually see him where he uses it, like I said, to finish off the enemy. Like he'll use his other attacks first.
Hold on. We got to respect the super chat. Jaden,
Yes, sir. My
with
fault.
$2. Jaden, the $2 super chat. Jackson Dart, laughing emoji.
I'm so pissed, bro.
Yeah, but when he goes and he takes out one of the demon lords in the first season, where he turns him into ice and then he slices him up. So it's like that's not an iconic moment, but that's yet another moment where you see EA use the sword as more like the finishing touch to everything. So that's why I said I'll give him an 8 because he at least has it and he does use it throughout the entirety of the Yu Yu Hakusho series.
Gotcha.
So I give him an 8.
All right, so Kent has him at an 8. Kai,
I
guess.
5.
5 by Kai.
Riddell, you had a 5 as well, right?
Yes.
Oh, I put a 6 by accident. Okay.
All right, Sauce, what you got?
6.
Oh, that works perfectly for me. All right.
Kobe?
I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. Like y'all are like respect you. You know, I see the inspiration I had for my GOAT, Hunter x Hunter. You know what I mean? But I will say this. Hiei's peak moment is when he's using his hands. I'm not gonna lie to you. His sword do not move me at all. Smoke don't move me at all. I think I ain't gonna even to be honest with you, I don't even have him higher than Trunks. So he's probably like a 4, to be honest, as a swordsman.
Damn.
Well, I got him at a 5. I'm not moved. This is literally for me his iconic swordsman moment. Yeah, he uses his sword, but never finishes with anything. It's just darkness flame. That's he.
So is it because his sword is not his main attraction as to why he's not, because even so even with him having the sword with him throughout the entire series, and like I said, he doesn't fight with it. So I guess that's why he you can't technically call him a swordsman, but you can clearly see that he's proficient in his techniques and he's precise with his attacks. So is it just because he's not so sword main? Is that the reason why y'all feel like he's not as big of a swordsman?
So
In my
if
opinion,
you take away that black smoke ability and just watch his swordsmanship, just watch him.
Yes.
Like how is he even like how is that how is he moving you with that? Because he really
Well,
like when I'm watching him, like it did not move me at all when he as a swordsman.
well, one of the things I will say that's very pertinent about any of the four main guys in Yu Yu Hakusho is that their weapons are essentially an extension of really their battle knowledge and their battle prowess, and it's more so used for them as a all together thing and not so much like a solo thing. So like with EA, yes, he has the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. He also has the Jagan Eye, but he uses all of that in totality with like his already original demon powers, and he uses that with the sword. So it's all like a together. I can say the same thing for Kuwabara. Like Kuwabara has the spirit sword, but there are moments where he turns it and it's more like a staff, so to speak. So even if you were to remove the power of the darkness flame from him, he would still be proficient because he has the techniques and the style with his sword to be able to still fight and finish off the enemies the way that he did. Because he didn't even use the Dragon of the Darkness Flame when he defeated I forget my guy the ice dragon demon guy during the first season. I forget his name, but he didn't even use that when he defeated him. He just beat him off of pure technique, speed, and intelligence, but he used the sword to finish it at the end. So he clearly has technique and skill with his sword. It's just not his main focus because EA is all about, you're not strong enough really for him to even really care. And then he's just looking to finish you off as quickly as possible anyway.
We gonna have to rewatch it, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not moved.
I'm not. So yeah, he's dude with sword.
I don't think I'm rewatching.
All right.
Yo, I'm
all
tired
right.
of New York Giants, man.
So
That
next up, let's see. After who did I put? Oh,
You up
Kenshin.
there, Riddell?
No, I'm not. I don't want fucking Jackson Dart.
I understand, man.
Hey, what you mean, Riddell? That's the Giants' good pick. You should be used to them picking trash players. You know what I mean? That should be good.
Bro, I've been through Daniel Jones. The fact that they did that shit to me again is disgusting.
He is hurt right now.
It's so nasty. Shador Sanders is right there.
All right, Riddell, where you got Kenshin?
Kenshin is 10. I mean, he's the epitome of like a swordsman. He's all about it. It's when it comes to the anime. He's so skilled that he decided to use a reverse blade to beat people up. Like that's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. Using the reverse side of a blade because you're so much better than everybody and you're scared to kill them all. That's tough. Shout out to Batosai, man.
The Falcons going crazy.
Yeah, I got Kenshin as a 10, especially given his physical limitations. Seeing what he's able to do with a sword. There's not really. I don't think anybody can really fuck with him in his verse at all when it comes to swordsmanship. Shishio has like a hack and uses like underhanded tactics, but as far as like head up sword v sword, nobody's really rocking with him. I'll give him a 10.
Leon, what you got?
Yeah.
You said 10?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kai.
We'll put him at 10.
10. Kent?
Let me give my boy a 10.
Hell yeah. Sauce?
I've never watched it before, so I'll pass.
Okay. Pass. Okay, respected. Kobe?
Yeah, my man's a 10, man. For that reverse blade, people don't understand how big of a handicap that is. And to see him packing up his verse, man, if he would have turned that blade around and went back to his old ways, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Demon.
Unanimous 10.
But yeah, and you see, you even said it before I even went. Yeah, it's a 10. The fact that he's literally trying not to kill people is a ridiculous handicap in that universe. If he was the Batosai from the war at all times, oh, nobody was messing with Kenshin. Kenshin is literally the definition of what a swordsman is. But yeah, unanimous 10. All right. So next up, Killer B.
Killer B's nice, but he just doesn't use swordsmanship enough in the series. And then he switched to the other sword that he didn't really use at all. He's definitely a master swordsman. I have one of the more unique swordsman styles you'll see. I'll give him a solid. The skill is up there, but I'll give him. I'm thinking like 7, 6, 6.5. I'll give him a 7.
This is where I'm on the opposite side of Riddell. I'm giving him a 5. I think he's cool. If I would have seen more of it, I could probably give him a higher score. I think he handled Sasuke like pretty decisively when they clashed. But outside of that, he just has swords as an accessory. Yeah, I'm gonna just give him the average swordsman label.
You know what? I agree. I'm going 5.
Okay.
I think I was that. It's just he has one of the more iconic moments of using swords in anime.
For sure.
So that propelled him so high, but he just doesn't really use it enough in the anime. So yeah, I go with the 5 too.
All right, Leon, what you got?
Just out of respect, we did on my goat. I give him like a 6.4.
6.4.
You got the awkward number. Go ahead, Kai.
Kai, what you got?
He has the cool style. We like that. But you don't get points for beating the bum because Sasuke is not a good swordsman. You take away his Sharingan, he loses to damn near most people with a sword. So I'll give Killer Bee
Sasuke straight for no reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
Yeah, I'll give Killer Bee a 4.
Oh, Ravens got Malachi Starks. Kyle Hamilton or Malachi Starks? That's fire, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 6 because at least he does. We can clearly see that he does have at least some mastery over the swords that he does use this, but much like everybody else is saying, he doesn't really use them too much or often at all. Unlike my guy Hiei, but it's a different conversation for a different day, so I'll leave that alone. But shout out to the Grizzlies, man. So much for the brooms.
Oh, they got one?
They're up by 26 at a halftime.
It's not over. It's not over.
It's not over at all.
Sauce, what you got?
I'm about on the same line as y'all. Very cool style. We just didn't get enough of it. And the Sasuke fight, he did pat that nigga up, but he pat him up because of the lariat, not really because of the sword shit. So I'll give him like a 6.
Kobe, bring us home.
Hey man, y'all are being very nice, but he's a brother, so let me go ahead and be nice. I'm giving this dude a 6. That spinning tornadoes blade crap is not moving me, bro. It's not moving me at all, bro. And like, I ain't gonna even lie. I just did not like Killer Bee's character in the entire show, bro. I just did not like him.
Damn.
I don't know. Like they gave him this corny raps. They just made him so corny, bro. Sometimes, and I just hated that. Yeah, bro. I just hated that for him, bro. I just hated that for him. Like I'm like, bro, come on, dude. Yeah, bro. And then these freaking raps that be so garbage, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, come on, at least give Lil Wayne. Let Lil Wayne write a verse or something, bro. Like, give something. Call up Jay-Z, bro. Like somebody, bro. Like Jesus.
Dang, making him sound like Macklemore is crazy.
Nah, he's worse than Macklemore, bro. He sounds like freaking. I don't even know, bro.
Yeah, Lil B rap.
He's like riff raff. He's like riff raff, bro.
He was rapping like Lil B.
Oh my god.
Blueface? Good lord.
So the Grizzlies are putting belt to ass, man. Also, John Morant's out for the game, I think.
Oh.
So it's definitely not over. I'm gonna go 6. I think it's pretty cool that he can hold like what 7 swords? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
8.
6, 7, 8. So he can actually fight with 8 swords at one time. I think that's impressive. Other than that, nah, doesn't do it enough.
For me, it's funny because if I would have saw him use Samehada at all, it would have put him higher on my list.
Yes.
No, for sure.
All right. So next up, Kirito, two-bladed swordsman.
Do I be truthful or do I be nasty?
Nah,
Yeah,
you gotta speak the truth, man.
I'm a Kirito hater, so.
Ooh,
this is interesting.
I'm gonna be honest.
I do think he's very skilled. He's definitely the best swordsman in his universe.
No, he's not. Far. Second.
Well, I haven't watched all of Sword Art. I only watched the first 2 seasons. So, yeah. So from what I've seen from the first 2 seasons, he's the strongest swordsman. You know, he had some cool moments in those 2 seasons. I'll give him a solid 6.5.
6. Wow.
Nasty.
Wow.
Giving Kirito a 9. He's proficient in many different styles of sword combat. He's done the great swords. He's done the dual wields. He's done the daggers. He's done the broadswords. Multiple different styles within those styles as far as how he's using them. He's gone to different, I would say, verses within his verse and still been comparable with all of the top swordsmen, if not being outright just stronger than them. Very few equals in his verse. He only lost decisively to one person, which was bullshit. Yeah, I think Kirito, he's one of the pinnacles of swordsmanship. Now, part of it is he's kind of favored by the games he's played. People tapped into the lore. It's kind of like a little solo level inside vibe. He is favored by the game, but I'm not going to use it to detract from his skill because I've seen him be put on his ass. I've seen him put people on their ass. He's done a lot. I'm giving him a 9.
Right, Leon, what you got, bro?
Just based off what I remember from the show, only seen like the first 2 seasons. I give him a 7.
7, okay.
First 2 seasons, merchants, man.
Yeah.
What you gave him?
I gave it a 6.5.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling that second season.
Exactly. If the second season wasn't so bad, I would keep watching it.
And then the third season's amazing. That's what I'm saying. Y'all said.
Yeah.
Hey man, consistency.
Kai, what you got?
I'm giving him a 9. I think in the first 2 seasons, as soon as he got he's like a pretty proficient dual wield user, and I think the fact that he still managed to hold his own against what's it? Is it Heathcliff? Was that his name?
A nigga that's literally cheating.
He's cheating, yeah. And I'm pretty sure Kirito he quite literally won. So I think that was just purely off his sword skills. So I'd have to give him something high just by beating someone who's cheating the system.
Hey man, Kirito got his get back later on with the cheat himself. Big W.
Ken, what you got, bro?
I'm actually going to go a little bit more. I'm actually going to give him a 10. I think his ability with the proficiency from the dual blades, his ability to go, like Miles said, his ability to go off in different verses and battle these guys, and pretty much everything like Miles said. The fact that he was ever really only beaten by the one person lets me know that within his verse, his level of gamesmanship, even though it was in the game, and his level of skill and craft, that there was nobody ahead of him. There was nobody that could beat him as far as battling with the swords went. So I give him a 10.
Okay, 10. All right, Sauce, what you got, bro?
For sure. So I done seen all the way up to Alicization. Kirito's a dog. I'm gonna give him a 10. The reason why is because on top of everything that Miles and what my boy Kent just said, he went to a game called Gun Gale and mainly used the sword.
The weakest shit in the game, nigga.
And won the bitch. Like,
talk about it.
shoot, like he wasn't just cutting one bullet and it would slow down. No, he was cutting multiple bullets that he was charging towards this nigga. So yeah,
Gatling guns and shit, my nigga.
And multiple, not just one person using the gun. Because no, like everybody that was using the gun, you're down to the sword. So
that sounds impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Riddell, he's in Call of Duty. Only use me blade.
On God,
That
going 42-0 every game. every game. Because, like yeah,
I just don't like Kirito, so I don't know.
Now he is favored. He do get some bullshit. Like when he was in the wheelchair, and that was some bullshit.
Yeah,
the dude was right in his face. All of a sudden, he just boo, I'm back. You know, but that was crazy. But him and himself, what he does, his skill, 10 out of 10.
All right, 10. Kobe.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Sauce just took the words out of my mouth with that gun game, because I was literally about to mention that. Yeah, I gave him a 9.5. For like and the only reason why I'm kind of nitpicking is because I remember he was high rank in the game. Like he went before they even got trapped, he was already a high ranking character. So he already had that advantage already. So for me kind of nitpicking, I am gonna, kind of dock a little bit. But him being able to use all the blades, precisions, it's all there. So I gave him a 9.5.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Mr. Plot Armor himself, Kirito. I do give him an 8.5. The reason I do give him that is because he is proficient in multiple swords, but also he goes and brings a knife to a gunfight, and he washes people in gun gale. Give him a broadsword, give him a dual sword, give him a lightsaber. He's washing people with it. Yeah, give him a solid 8.5.
I'm glad Sauce said it, because gun gale is what really had me like. He picked the sword. They're like, "Yo, like you're selling." Like,
they were literally making fun of him.
They're like, "That's the worst possible option. There's no way you're gonna excel with this weapon." He won the whole tournament. Little pistol and a sword. It's like, come on.
But
yeah, fact. That was nice.
All right. Next up, Levi.
Disgusting.
Oh, here we go.
Mr.
It's time to be nasty.
I'm about to make Riddell mad. I'm about to make him crash bad.
I don't think you are. The thing is, like, when it comes, I don't really think like Attack on Titan users are really swordsmen per se. So I know Levi and Mikasa are very proficient with the blade, but also a big part of why they're so skilled is because of the ODM gear and their proficiency with that. That is the primary reason why they're so good, is because of how they can move on that in particular. So it really depends. Do you want to use that as a means to highlight their skills as a swordsman or not? That's your prerogative. For me, I don't see them as swordsmen. I don't see them using really sword skill. I use them seeing ODM skill. And then also they are like Levi can do some crazy stuff with those blades also. Ultimately, if I have to consider them a swordsman, I'll give him a solid I'll give him a 6.5.
Wow.
Oh, you nasty, Riddell.
Giving Levi a foe. He's carried by genetics and the ODM gear. He's coming with a predisposition of being enhanced. They're basically Titans in a humanoid form, and then he's using a high-speed maneuverability that allows him to do pretty much whatever he wants in space. It's not really predicated upon his skill with the blades, more so than it is his genetics and the ODM. Now, I think stuff like being able to have precision timing to get through like Zeke's armor in the back of his neck, I think some of that stuff gives him that nod. But when I think peak swordsmanship, he doesn't go above average to me. Take his ODM away or take his genetics away, he's probably just a regular nigga. Same with Mikasa. Take their Ackerman blood away from them, they're regular people.
So if I was to present that style of fighting as a sword style, like how three sword style, Kirito double sword.
Zoro is fucking this nigga. No lube.
No, what I'm saying is that if you consider that a sword style, a style of fighting, does that change your viewpoint on that?
My only issue
he's
is
genetically boosted. No, it wouldn't change my opinion.
well, my thing is I can't consider it because I feel like other swordsmen, if you isolate their skill, no matter what environment they are, that swordsmanship will showcase itself.
Yes,
and it will translate. Without the ODM gear, I don't think that exists for Levi. So that's why it's tough when it comes to this conversation.
I'm standing on it. I got him at a 4.
Okay, Leon?
Like they said, I don't really consider Levi a swordsman, but I give him a 5. Just got float his moments.
5. Okay. Kai?
6. Yeah, his sword style is called ODM style, and with this, look, he's a very precise with the swords when it comes to the Titans. If we use, for example, in the final season where the jaw Titan was about to bite Eren, he precisely slashed his jaw so that he couldn't bite him. Against Annie, he precisely cut like specific parts of her body so she couldn't protect herself or to get Eren out. So I think just showing the aspect of skill, I'd give him a 6.
Could he do that without his genetics?
Who do you think the best swordsman, like ODM person is who's not Mikasa or Levi?
Annie.
Yeah, I think he's still good. What's the guy with the red hair's name in the last season? He was loyal to Eren.
Shoot.
It's
something
Flock.
with an F. Flock.
Yeah, Flock. I think Levi would be
Flock
like him
was
or a bit better without the genetics.
Oh, Flock was on Demon Timing for sure. He was putting in work.
All right, Kent, what do you got?
As the resident member of the panel who has not watched Attack on Titan, I have no ranking.
What? Dang.
I watched like the first 10 episodes and I was like, yeah, the anime world can have this one.
Wow. Interesting.
Look at him.
I'm interested. Why did you feel that way?
Initially, like the first 3 episodes did capture my attention. I will say that. But then, like I said, like after the first 10 episodes or so, like I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm pretty sure people will like it. Yeah, they can have it. And then to see what it's become, after that, I kind of sit back sometimes and be like, man, maybe I should go back. And then I realized, nah, I'm good. So.
Did it scare you?
Nah, it was nothing like that. I don't know why you said it like that, Radil. But anyway, same guy that watched Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, be serious. But nah, man. It just
scary.
No, I'm not saying that it is scary, but I'm just saying if you see a guy come up with a whole black dragon flame off his arm, I don't think watching people get chewed up in front of you is going to be too much of a problem. But I mean, I really did, which is crazy because I didn't like AOT, but I love Bungo Stray Dogs and I love FMA. So I don't know. Maybe it was just something about it I just couldn't rock with. I don't know.
Gotcha. Sauce, what you got?
My fault. I'm looking at the draft. Shout out to Washington though. Good pick. I think I'm gonna go Levi. I think it really depends how you look at it. If you want to look at compared to their verse, as far as like how the swordsmanship is in that verse, or how you guys are saying comparing it to other verses and how it could translate. I'm kind of in the middle between both of those, so kind of neutral. And I really don't look at them as swordsmen either, anyways. So I'm gonna say a 5. I'm gonna say a 5.
5. Kobe.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all are being too high on this man, Levi, man. Hey man, this man don't even have a sword style, man. He is carried by that beast fight, man. He's a 2, bro. Like he
Wow.
no, bro, no way, bro. This man is not moving me as a swordsman, bro. If you do like Miles said, you take out genetics, take off the ODM gear. Like this man is cooked, bro. Like
Eh,
you can name about 100 swordsmen, and he's getting cooked by every last one of them, bro. He
eh,
has no sword style, bro. They don't know
Kobe,
anything about the civilization.
I want to clarify too. The only reason why I'm taxing him on the genetics, I'm not taxing Hiei on the genetics because he's fighting other demons. So him being a demon doesn't genetically give him an advantage if he's fighting other niggas who are demons. And then in the case of like Akame, I gave her the same ranking because she got a busted OP hat. Like, it is what it is, man.
I mean, for me, bro, like I had I think I had Hiei and Killer B at 4. I ranked them at 4, but I look at them like they still had somewhat of a style. Like they not like like completely useless, but they had somewhat of a style. With this man Levi, he has no style as a swordsman, bro. Like he literally, like I'm sorry, he does not move me as a swordsman. And like Saul said, I do not see him as a swordsman, so I'm putting him as a 2.
We're done with steroid enhancement users.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
All right. So what we're gonna do? We're just gonna run through these. I'm gonna give him a 6. I don't think he's high on a swordsman. I'm not gonna tax him too much on genetics and whatnot because I mean it is what it is. You can't really go against that. But yeah. So going forward, not a lot of explanation. We're just gonna run through these, okay? Because we're really pushing the time. Okay, we got Mihawk.
Oh God.
Never know.
Mihawk is an 8. He will eventually be a 10.
5.
Leah.
7.
Kai.
8.
Kent. Kent, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I 7. I give him a 7.
Sauce.
8.
Kobe.
7.
7 as well from me.
Sad, man.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Saber.
From what I always have to go from what I've seen because she has some good moments. Because I'm thinking like Fate Zero doesn't do quite too much. It was mostly Kiritsugu. I hate Fate Stay Night.
Let's see what you got. Throw a number out there.
I know she's a great swordsman, but I don't think go based off what I've seen. I'll give her a 7.
Oof.
I have ulterior knowledge. 10.
Leon.
7.
Kai.
8.
Kent.
I'm going 9.
Sauce.
10.
Kobe.
9.
I got her at a 10. All right. Next up, Kishomaru.
I really like Shishomaru. It's actually tough because I'm trying to think. Does he really use his other sword much? Say 7.
7.
I don't have any knowledge. You can skip me.
Okay. Kai.
You can skip me as well.
Oof. Kent.
Giving that guy a 6.
Sauce.
I don't remember. Skip me.
Kobe.
5.5.
5 as well. We are not moved.
1, 2, 3. Leon gave a score?
I think he passed.
Nah, I didn't. Yeah, I passed.
Leon passed. Kai passed. Kent? Did Kent pass?
No, I gave him
No,
a
he said-
6.
Yeah.
Sauce passed. And
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. I divided by the round number. Okay. Just give me 1 second.
Tanjiro's a demon.
Okay. I'm ready.
I gave a really good sword style. Showed some pretty dope techniques. Probably the mascot of modern, like new era anime shonen swordsman.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him a 9.
9.
Leon.
8.
Kai.
8.
Ken.
Give him a 10.
10. Okay. Not mad. Sauce.
I'm gonna give him a 10 because of the difficulty of his verse.
Okay. Kobe.
9. Pure technique. 9.
I got him at a 9 as well. Trunks.
Oh god.
Here we go.
You don't want to hear my score.
I'm dead ass. 5.
3.
Leon.
5.
Kai.
2. As soon as he lost to Goku using his finger, it was raps.
Facts.
Ken? No, that's no fact, actually.
I'm gonna give him a 3.
Okay. Sauce.
Oh yeah, yo, Angie don't smoke.
3.
Kobe.
A 5.
I'm giving him a 1. You trash. This is just strong man with steel bar on his hand.
So I was just thinking that shit.
Yeah,
Bro.
I mean, at the very least, he has an icon, one of the most iconic sword anime moments of all time.
You do.
That's the only reason I give him is that moment.
And then if you watch the movie, a little cool story on how he got his sword. You know what I'm saying?
But even that moment in comparison to now, of all the sword moments, would it even be top 15 sword moments in anime?
It might not be top 50.
Yeah, I think it would be top 15.
It could. I'll say this though. I'd rather fight Mihawk versus his little blade than getting packed up by Goku with a finger.
That is a low point. He also used the sword and made it a huge like beam sword to take out Zamasu.
We're not move.
Hey man, I'm just saying a feat that existed, man.
Spirit sword. And when Black Goku had the little hand saber, Trunks was not fucking with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to go. He needed to go Ultra Raid Super Saiyan. You know,
if not even before that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, cool.
He needed it. He needed the.
I'm just saying, Kuwabara would have beat that, but that's neither here nor there.
The Eagles just fucking cooked.
Wow, the Eagles got Jahad Campbell. What the fuck?
Wow, they did it again.
The Chiefs traded with the Eagles too. Is like, but I mean, the Chiefs had the pick right before him. They just swapped picks, so they would have got him regardless.
Facts.
Go ahead,
Riddell. Zoro.
Oh, we're at Zoro. I gave Mihawk an 8. I'm giving Zoro a 7.
4.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Leah.
8.
Kai.
He be struggling against giraffes. 5.
Yeah.
So Kai, you gonna cook on Zoro but not on Mihawk? What's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you?
Mihawk has the title of the greatest swordsman.
Oh my god!
I know what I'm about to do.
Go ahead,
What
Kat.
you got?
Give my boy a 9.
Sauce.
What Triple H and Shawn Michaels say? 10. Suck it. Suck it. 10.
Kobe.
Yeah, give my man a 9, man. Stop hating, Miles. This hate is disgusting, bro.
You know what? We're not discussing it. What did Lauryn Hill say? Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. Go ahead, Santo.
I got him at a 7.
Nigga, that didn't do shit. Nigga, for not fighting, no competition.
Man, grew up in a swordsman village, man. This man
and was
straight style, man.
And his homegirl was better than him. He had to push her down a flight of stairs. That's the story they didn't tell us.
He
pushed her down them stairs, man.
That's crazy propaganda right there.
Pushed her down them stairs, man.
Crazy propaganda.
All right, Miles, when you get a chance, send me the.
Oh, that's all of them?
That's all of them.
Okay, I got you.
NFL draft about the last pick of the NFL first round. Chiefs are about to pick. I can't believe the Eagles got Jahad Campbell, bro.
That's crazy, Riddell. I ain't gonna lie.
So while Miles
they did it
sends
again.
me the averages,
I don't know
how. Every year like that.
So like I was saying, while Miles sends me the averages of who's where and whatnot, who won the draft?
Who won the draft?
In the NFL draft?
Yeah.
The Jaguars.
Who won the draft?
I'm not gonna lie. Looking at this list, I want to say the Falcons.
I mean, they got 2 positions of need, so
and 2 good picks, two real good picks. I want to say the Falcons. I know they ain't gonna do nothing with it because it's Georgia team. They never do nothing, but
that's crazy.
It's facts though. I'm gonna either go Jacksonville or the Broncos. That's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. They got freaking Jahad Campbell at the 31st pick, bro.
I'm not mad at it.
What the hell?
We already know the Giants ain't doing
Yo,
but
they hitting on Jackson Dart, man. They hitting.
No, they're not.
I'm surprised.
Yes, they are.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Colts has made a massive pick. I ain't gonna lie. All they need is a QB.
Tyler Ward is a great pick.
I ain't gonna lie. They might be a problem. That's all they needed was a tight end.
All we need to do is for our quarterback to complete.
All I'm saying is this, Riddell. With all due respect, brother. The Giants didn't do so bad the last time they drafted an Ole Miss quarterback. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Bro, do not.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
Do not dare.
But that's all I'm saying, bro.
Eli Manning, don't you?
That's why they drafted him, Riddell.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's stupid.
That's all I'm saying.
Riddell, you are way too high on Eli Manning, bro.
You about to have an average quarterback in the regular season.
You mean the 2-time Super Bowl champion? You mean the guy that beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl?
That's why I just said.
I'm talking about the guy who gets carried by his whole team, going into the Super Bowl with terrible pass completion ratings. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's tough when your team is constantly building trash.
Boys throwing like what? Boys throwing the most interceptions.
Entire career. All his receivers would get injured. He had the worst offensive line throughout his entire career. The defense was only good for like a few years. The years that we actually won a Super Bowl. So
I'm just saying he got a lot more lows than he does highs. So I'm just saying.
I mean, he had a trash team, and somehow he carried them to 2 Super Bowls. What team?
What team was trash? He didn't. There wasn't no trash. It wasn't trash.
Most of the teams that the Giants had were trash.
Most of them were.
Yeah, most of them were at the beginning, but
no,
towards the end, yeah. Well, at the very end, it was
defense was crazy though. Well, that D line was crazy.
Yeah,
like for real.
No, the D line was crazy in 2007 and 2011. There's only one year that I'm like, Eli, you folded when they went to the playoffs in 2008.
That last Super Bowl y'all won, I'm not gonna lie, the Giants had a really stacked team. Y'all literally top to bottom, fully stacked team. It was nothing. Eli could threw 5 interceptions and y'all could have still won.
There you go, Chiefs.
That is crazy. We did not.
I ordered it for you, Santo. I sent another text.
Okay, thank you, because I was like, man.
You saw that pick, Riddell?
Yeah, the Chiefs getting Josh Simmons. If he stays healthy, he might be one of the best tackles in the draft.
I'm just saying, just look on the brighter side of things, though, Riddell. That's all I'm saying. Just picture Giants, Ole Miss quarterback, and it'll put you in a happy place, bro. That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm not delusional, bro.
Free neighbors, man. Free neighbors, man.
No,
Riddell, do you know why nobody picked Will Johnson?
Did nobody pick him?
No, he's still on the board, like
because they're afraid of his injury.
Yeah, his injury history is bad.
Oh, I did not
So
know that.
let's just second round, second day. Where are we projecting Shador to go?
He's going to Cleveland.
You said where?
He'll go.
Yeah.
He'll go to the UFC before he joins Cleveland. Dion will not allow that to happen.
That's a crazy statement.
Dion will dare not let his son go to Cleveland, bro.
Well, then his son is gonna keep on falling in the draft.
Hey, life happens, man.
If you're trying to become an NFL quarterback, you better get drafted.
Not to Cleveland, Riddell.
I could either see him going to either the Raiders or maybe the Cowboys.
I can see the Raiders got Geno Smith. They might still draft him.
Who do the Jets?
They try. Geno Smith got to be a mentor.
Tough. That boy might be cooked. I ain't gonna lie. He going to the Browns. Unless the Raiders trade up.
If I was New Orleans, I would do their best to try to trade up so they could get him.
Hey man, you go ahead and leave my Saints alone, man. We go ahead.
What you mean? What you mean? My people is
every year we drafted linemen, first round, lineman. Like, what is up with this lineman addiction, bro? We haven't drafted a quarterback since 1971. What is going on, bro?
Shador is next in line, man. He's gonna make up for the Akeem Blake years, man. It's coming.
Man, our organization is trash. But so we calculated it, and here we go. We made a top 10 list of the best swordsmen. And these are the outside looking in. They did not make the cut. Trunks, Levi, Killer B, Hiei.
Yeah, what?
Akame did not make the list. Outside looking in.
Valid.
Number 10, Shishomaru.
You said EA.
We can crash out later. Number 9, Mihawk.
How is Mihawk below Zoro? What the fuck?
Right below Zoro. Number 8, Zoro.
Because these folks is not voting with their mind. They voting off bias, bro. Yeah. It ain't no way you vote Zoro a 9, but Mihawk a 8. That don't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zoro has green hair, Miles. Get over it.
Because, hey, at least I put Mihawk at a 5. I put Zoro at a 4. It makes sense. Y'all got Mihawk at a 6. Zoro at an 8. How?
Did you see Zoro? Did you see Zoro's drip and egghead? Come on, man, be serious, bro. It's a 9 all day.
Miles, just you saying how right now is gonna go on my soundboard.
Everybody loves dressing up like Mihawk. Mihawk is like the number one. Man. If I want to look like a badass, I'm gonna look like Mihawk type cosplay.
Come on. This?
Yeah.
Not with the marble cat eyes, no.
Oh, so you'd rather have something in your mouth? Okay. Number 7.
I mean, that's not how he looks. That's his battle. That's his battle stance. But I mean, if that's the go-to joke about it, sure, by all means, go with it. But other than that, let me lay up with some of the prettiest women in the show. Let me have the second, depending on how you view Robin and Nami. Let me get the second or first hottest woman on the ship. You know, pretty much looked at as fawning over me, and let me just get drunk all the time. So.
Who's fawning over him?
And this
Zoro
fans, y'all got it.
Zoro stayed with a baddie. Say what you want to. Zoro stayed with one.
Listen, Zoro's gonna wind up with Odin's daughter. That's who his match is gonna be. It's not gonna be no Nami or Robin. It's not gonna be either one.
Yeah, that was obvious.
It's either Odin's daughter or Tashigi.
It's gonna be Odin's daughter.
Yeah,
and Odin's daughter is a baddie. So
God, what we talking about?
Thank you. So it still applies.
Cool, but you're talking about Nami. You're talking about Nami and Robin sipping on him over him. That doesn't happen.
No, I'm not saying Nami. I'm not saying Nami. I'm saying Robin, not Nami. I'm saying Robin.
Robin has had more meaningful moments with Law than she has with Zoro.
She had more meaningful moments with Jinbei.
Yo, that's crazy.
As a Zoro fan,
you could, but it looked crazy to think about.
I know, but I'm just saying though, like tweaking.
Hey, we rocking with the Robin and Law shit though. We here.
That's gonna happen. Well, Law gonna die, but before he died, that's gonna happen.
Man, all right. So let me go. Let me go back. So Mihawk at 9, Zoro at 8. Guts at 7, random would crash out. Afro at 6, Kirito at 5, Saber at 4, which I found very interesting. Tanjiro at 3, Urza at 2, and of course the GOAT, Mr. Swordsmanship himself, Kenshin. How do you guys feel about the list?
Didn't this guy lose to Samurai Jack in a tournament, right?
Yeah. Y'all was being nasty.
Cinderella Jack.
That's a fact. That is fact. Yeah, we're being nasty.
I'm not gonna lie. If Samurai Jack was on this list, that nigga getting a 10 too, bro.
He would have done. No lie, he would have.
Samurai Jack getting a 10.
You guys giving it to somebody that fights a guy in a skirt on a bridge and are moved. Yeah, you guys got it, bro.
Man got plot armor.
Ooh.
Man got stabbed in the chest and the freaking knife didn't even go through. Oh, okay. You got that
because
you know what?
Nigga,
let me stop.
Nigga, when you do enough chin-ups, you do enough pull-ups, push-ups, nigga, his chest is just fortified like that, my nigga.
Yeah, a lot of people on this list got plot armor. Urza's
the pinnacle.
Tanjiro. I don't know about Urza too much, so I ain't gonna speak on her.
Yeah, Tanjiro got crazy plot armor. Nigga got stabbed in his mouth, didn't die. I'm sure.
You about poison too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to say if Asta was on this list, he'd be top 5
for sure. I'd put him up high.
So who do you think?
Oh, so that great sword's moving you, huh? That great sword's moving you, but Guts not.
Yeah, because Asta, he's fast as fuck with that great sword.
Yeah, I have Asta high too because I love great swords. So
Guts is
and also got 2 swords.
But I thought you said people with great swords can't be fast. I thought you said it was
no, I didn't. Okay.
Are you just talking about? Guts?
I didn't say people with great swords can't be fast. I even gave an example of a person that is fast with a great sword in Cloud. That's the first thing. Secondly, what I said was that a common issue with great swords is that they're not quick. And Guts is not quick on the offensive. He's not. If you read the story, most of his speed feats come from defense. He's able to perceive things. He's able to react fast. And he's able to move on the fly. When he's swinging that bitch, that nigga's not fast.
I didn't. Okay.
Asta be swinging that shit like a baseball bat.
Asta swings that shit like it's a knife.
Man, he got 2 swords.
He dual wields a great sword. What are we talking about?
No, Asta has like 4 swords.
But I'm saying he dual wields one of his. He holds a great sword with one arm. You know how hard it is to one hand a great sword? Niggas don't just do that normally.
They do that.
I'm surprised you didn't have Mugen on here, Santo.
There was a lot. There was. I mean, I could have put a lot of. I could have put Ichigo. I could have put
nobody from Bleach made it.
Ichigo would have got a 1. Ichigo would have got a 1.
That's nasty.
There was a lot.
That's disgusting.
He's got Ichigo's got no skill.
Here we go.
Yo, Kai, Ichigo don't got no skill with that bitch.
No skill is dragging.
It's really not. It's Speed Blitz.
Speed Blitz. I'm gonna hit him real. Get to the show. Oh man, My Getsuga Tensho didn't work in base. Let me put my mask on. Getsuga Tensho.
Black version.
Yeah, this is nasty.
I do think my guy Sinbad from Magi could have made it.
Y'all so nasty.
There was a lot of people, but I mean, if I would have put everybody that I wanted to put on the list, like the list would have just been ridiculously long. We're almost like 3 hours in.
Question: Is there even a good swordsman in Bleach?
Unohana. That's the only one.
Yeah, Unohana probably is the only one.
You guys are so nasty.
But she realistically probably is the only one. I think Shunsei. I think Shunsei is pretty good as well.
I think I just gave me more ammo for next week.
Shunsei is pretty good.
Is Kenpachi not a good swordsman?
No,
he's a berserker.
He's a berserker. Let me man, I'm getting my ass beat so bad. I just remembered when Yamato told me that one time that I should use 2 hands instead of 1. That nigga's a fucking fraud.
Yo, Bleach are trash.
He's a fucking bum. He's a fucking bum.
Oh, wait, so now thinking about it.
Work over here.
Is Bleach?
Yeah.
Swordsman?
Horrible.
Trash?
They're not good.
It's not good. It's none of them.
So
the real question is,
3 swordsmen are
trash? How many fights in Bleach actually got like real sword choreography where niggas is like really scrapping with the sword? Most of it is just, I'm gonna use my strong move, he gonna use his strong move, we might clash a little bit. Them niggas don't really be getting it like that for real. They just don't.
Unohana and Kenpachi.
Hey, Ichibei was dancing.
Stark and Shunsei got it on. Stark and Shunsei got it on in a real way when Stark resurrected.
Do you count what's it? Ichigo and Gin?
That was cool, but it was still like Getsuga Shinto, and then he's just showing off the sword, extending it. It wasn't really like they're not really scrapping.
Even Ichigo versus Aizen, hot take, that fight is terrible. But
I agree.
We sounded very.
Not
even
the
head captain
let
Yamamoto
me not say
that good
this.
of a swordsman.
I don't want to misquote. Not the fight is terrible, but the swordsmanship.
The swords
terrible.
Yeah, Captain Yodamoto, trash.
I mean, I don't think the swordsmanship is terrible, but I will say that they do focus on the Zanpakuto abilities more so, and there's not a lot. Oftentimes, they're fighting other beings that don't have swords too. So there's very few times where it's like sword v sword fighting.
Done with Bleach, man.
No, we not.
Every one of them is garbage.
Reggie,
weird. Not done with Bleach.
Reggie is trash.
Was a good one.
Yeah, who?
Ichigo versus Ginjo in the full bring up.
That was a really good one. That was a really good one.
That was a sword v sword. Like I said, there's not a lot of times where it's like sword v sword because a lot of them are fighting other beings that don't have swords.
Ichigo and Okiura before they went out the canopy, that was really good too.
They start getting
when they were fighting inside the palace.
Yeah, that
was really good.
What about Ichigo versus Grimmjow?
We good.
And it was trash.
It didn't turn into them scrapping until Grimmjow resurrected. Before that, they wasn't really getting it on like that.
Well, and then
before that, Grimmjow was just punching on that nigga.
No, Grimmjow was not using swordsmanship at all.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah,
like because he had a resurrect. Because a lot of the fights, like, at the end of the day, a lot of them resurrections.
And then I think Angie said Stark. He did have the pistols, but when Lilith was gone, he made those 2 swords. Him and Shunsei, them niggas was scrapping with them dual wield sword. That's dual wield sword fight. It was going at it.
Ichigo and Kenpachi as well in Soul Society.
That was pretty.
They
good.
was going at it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
the shit.
Yakuya had to use his Shikai.
Bleach really is trash.
Ichigo versus Ikaku.
Solid.
It was okay.
I'll give it the credit. I'll give it the credit.
Because
the
thing is, I have to think of fights that actually is like sword versus. I mean, even though that wasn't sword versus sword, it was sword versus spear.
Yeah.
So, but there's just not a lot of it. When I think about it.
Dang, that's crazy. In a show that is about swords, there's not a lot of sword fighting. Okay.
I mean, because they're fighting people who don't have swords. swords. That's why.
No, I'm
That's
just
why you
saying.
better.
This episode has been
Eye-opening.
very eye opening.
You
Swordsman
want to
in
see
One
some?
Piece
You want to
trash.
see some? Want to see some true
Don't
swordsmanship?
let
I suggest
Miles
you watch
be
Samurai
nasty.
7.
No,
Hey, your opinion about Bleach.
Santo,
It's
I'm
not
not being
changing my
nasty.
opinion. It's not changing my opinion. I still think Bleach is great, but swordsmanship, Bleach, a show about swords, trash.
It's a problem with power fantasy shows where you have to make
I
the
think so
abilities
too.
you have to make the abilities larger than life, and unfortunately, it's hard to incorporate swordsmanship with larger than life abilities. It's just a hard thing to do.
That's real.
Which is why I believe
Bleach is
Mihawk
great.
don't got this. Which is why I believe Mihawk don't have no nothing. He don't have no crazy hockey, nothing. The nigga just elite with the sword. I actually think Mihawk is elite. It's just I have to see it.
No, that is fact. I mean, the thing is, a lot of them use their swords in very creative and very skillful ways. It's just they're not fighting other people with swords oftentimes.
I mean, even before they even use or pull out a Zanpakuto, when they even starting the fight, like that swordsman skills and stuff, that's nothing. Like that's not really that good.
Like when, because
No,
like
I'm
other
talking.
than Ichigo,
I'm
who's
talking
an
like
amateur, then like everybody else uses in a very unique, creative ways.
I don't know. It's just with me. It's just that slash block, like no unique movements, no like nothing. It just didn't move me with swordsmanship.
The best sword fight in the show is in a filler.
Which one?
It's
Which
Byakuya versus Koga.
That's when they had to just show who's the better swordsman.
Yeah,
Best sword fight.
I forgot. All about that
even
fight.
over Unohana Kenpachi.
Or even that.
For what I'm looking for, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What was it?
Miles,
Ichigo
you still
versus
playing that Bleach game?
Yashima.
You said nah, I'm not gonna lie. All of these games that came out, I'm not focusing on no Bleach game, man.
I haven't touched Bleach in a minute.
I knew it, man.
That was my filler arc,
3 weeks or a
man.
month.
The Thunder just tied up the score. 99.
Filler arc, man. There was no games out, man. Filler arc.
Well, yeah. So that was, fellas. We've been here for almost 3 hours. My God, Jesus Christ, y'all can talk a lot. It's not my fault at all. I tried my best, guys. I tried my best.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was our list of 10 best swordsmen. We all agree Trunks is just But I just want to say also thank you very much for our sponsor, Hightower. Go check them out at htnation.com. That Hightower story is coming out next week on May 3rd. So go ahead and check them out. We appreciate them for sponsoring that part of the podcast. And yeah, Verdell, any announcements you got coming up?
No, I would say no, nothing on that.
Stay tuned. We got our Patreon. Some content will be coming up there. Right now, it's only $3 to join that tier where we got members only content. Like I said, I'm going to be starting a new series up there in the next coming weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. We got a lot of things cooking. Next week, Tuesday, our main podcast at 9 p.m. EST. You guys can join all of our socials, find our link tree, join us on Instagram, on X, even on Facebook, IG, everywhere, even Blue Sky. Just support the channel. Hit a thumbs up, like, subscribe, notification bell, everything that has to do with socials. Go at us. Yes, Miles?
Before we go, I need you to put up Angie's comment. DOFD, dicks out for dragon. We here, man.
Jesus Christ.
We here, man. Dicks out for dragon, man.
Hey man, we here. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Dragon versus my dog Big New. That's gonna feed families, man. Families will be fed, man.
Here we go with the feed families.
Big New.
You mean Sabo versus Big Dude?
Random thought. So everybody's saying that Usopp should get a power up and whatnot. where I'm at, I'm done with Usopp. Like I told Miles in my One Piece review, I'm done. But just eat a giant fruit and become a giant, and we're good. Like literally.
Shout out our One Piece theory video.
I think he's gonna get a weapon. He's gonna leave Elbaf with a weapon. I'm at a point in One Piece where it's not possible, unfortunately, but we need a time skip. We need some sort of formal training arc where pretty much everybody except Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei, and I might shoot some bail towards Robin. The rest of the crew, they need to train. They definitely need to get in the lab. They should at least at a minimum be using armament hockey consistently.
They don't have the basics.
That's what I'm saying, Kai. They need to be using armament hockey consistently and observation hockey consistently in order to actually properly move me. Where I stand, I still think that Luffy has the weakest Yonko crew. He still has the weakest Yonko crew.
I mean, the Yonko crew. Are you including the fleet?
What you mean? I'm talking about the main.
But like
the base ship.
So
the base ship.
Blackbeard.
Hold on, everybody quiet down. Angie said silence with a $2 super chat. Prime Garb versus MHA Gauntlet.
He solos.
He wipes that whole verse.
He solos.
Dang,
Yeah.
Texas Smash ain't doing nothing.
He's basically All Might. You can think of Garp as All Might, pretty much. He's
way stronger for sure.
Way stronger.
I don't know. I'm thinking about Luffy's crew. I really don't expect the rest of them to like become like real hockey users or anything. That other than Usopp for observation hockey, but wait and see. Weakest crew,
weakest Yonko
by far, I think.
Blackbeard's crew is right behind Shanks because while what they lack in hockey, they have in devil fruits.
Okay, out of the 4 Yonko, because Buggy's cheating because he technically a Mihawk. So
got Crocodile Soul crew.
Yeah,
you cheating, but
okay.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, bro.
Yeah,
my boy Buggy.
He probably does have the current weakest crew, but his top 3 will be stronger than everybody besides maybe Shanks' top 3 at some point.
Fuck no.
Whoa, hold on.
Not Buggy's. Oh, at some point, but
at some point.
Even still, probably not Buggy's top 3.
Well, Zoro has to surpass Mihawk sometime. Eventually.
Doesn't have to.
Hey, I'm cool if he doesn't.
Yo, Kai, why the fuck are you like this, bro? Because me and you see Zoro the same, but you so high on Mihawk. You weird, bro. You weird.
I just listen to what the story tells us, man.
You sound like Dream, man. Dream used to tell me that all the time.
You cooking. Mihawk better.
I will say one thing I want the Straw Hat crew to go back to, because I was seeing people defend them on TikTok and stuff. Like they said, they're going against like the God Knights. What do you expect them to do? I was like, nah. Because in East Lobby, all of them are fighting, and I'd say majority of them are outclassed, but yet all of them still found a way. So I don't think it's that. I'm not saying they have to beat them. I'm just saying like, put up a fight at least.
Kai, have you read this chapter this week?
No.
So in this chapter, Summers actually explicitly says we don't want to engage with Luffy. So that does kind of give me some sort of credence that they are wary of the Straw Hats in some capacity. They definitely know who they can fuck with and who they can't. Because Summers explicitly was like, I'm not trying to piss Luffy off. That's just not what I want to do.
He definitely should probably realize this. I haven't read it either, that if they fought Luffy, that is not going to be an easy, we are here to do the job and get out. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to get these kids here and then leave.
They very much established that too, Riddell. We're here for a mission. We're not really trying to do more than we need to do.
Yeah.
So Luffy carrying, basically.
He carried on Egghead pretty well. Very well, actually.
Well, I'm trying to
mission failed, but as far as like overall safety of the crew, other than Zoro fighting Lucci, pretty much nobody really did anything. And they kind of came out with like the best possible outcome you could think of with a Buster Call of that caliber with the 5 elders there.
I do think Luffy did the most. I was trying to think like what Sanji was doing, but technically Vegapunk died with him there. So
he got Vegapunk killed.
Yeah, so they can't give him a W there, man. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to call it. We had a great episode, guys.
Did you get spoiled? Did you mute Santa? Did you hear everything we just said?
I was not paying attention. I literally tuned you guys out because
good.
Thank God.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all spoiled with that one last part though. I ain't gonna say it.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
we
I
got
don't know why y'all have
$2 super chat from Angie. Honestly, in your opinion, how strong will Dragon be?
Stronger than Akainu, weaker than Shanks.
Stronger than man. I wanted to be nasty and say stronger than Shanks, but I don't know if I believe that. At the same level as Shanks.
They're definitely gonna be relative.
Yeah, I think he's saying like
He's got no narrative behind him or feats. We don't care about Dragon.
Well, he was established as Akainu's rival, and Akainu was kind of established as a top tier. So
The world's most dangerous man too.
I ain't seen anything.
Narratively described as Akainu's number one rival. So.
Yeah, and then rival could be in many ways, not the strength, you know. Who knows?
A rival. You so disgusting, bro.
Bro. All right, Santo.
So
where's this close?
Angie keeps sending a super chat, so I'm like, she keeps cutting me off, man. She doesn't want me to talk.
She cooked today. MVP in the chat.
Facts. But yeah, that's been another successful episode of Open Dojo. Every 2 weeks, 9 p.m. EST on Thursdays here on BSS. Just want to say thank you guys for joining. Also, again, hit that like notification button and also subscribe to all our social platforms. Join our Discord and push your agendas. With that said, much love. Stay blessed.